The views expressed on this Turnbuckle Tabloid live stream or Turnbuckle Tabloid podcast episode do not reflect the views, thoughts, or opinions of the Rageworks brand, including the Rageworks podcast network, Rageworks content partners, advertisers, and affiliates. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, the answer to your prayers is here. My name is Ariella Nix, and you are listening to the Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
3, 2, 1.
Day 897, ladies and gentlemen. Still under pandemic rules. Pandemic rules. I realize that the numbers aren't matching up correctly, but I say fuck it, you know. That's just what the days feel like. They just feel like forever.
Really?
I'm like 800 or something, and basically that's like 3 years.
Basically,
it's like 3 years of us saying that we're under these pandemic rules.
Dude, but when it comes to time, I'll be real. I honestly think that the time is going by so fast.
No, it is. It is definitely. We're in September.
We're in September already. Basically, we skipped summer, which I could bless the Lord on that one.
Bless up.
But I will say, that I feel like, we just had our Rageworks barbecue the other day.
Oh.
But that was a whole week ago. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I just want to point out the fact that I thought that feels like yesterday.
Right.
And a whole week passed basically now. I work out every morning. I do what I got to do. When I blink, it's time to go to bed. I watch the NBA games, and by the time the Western game is done, it's like 1 in the morning. So I go to bed. It's like fucking Groundhog Day. I feel like I'm in Groundhog
Put your little hands in mine. Do they have any Groundhog Pops? I think so, right?
They might.
I have to find it. I have to look for them.
If they are, they're old.
Yeah,
they're
you have
the
to look for them.
OG ones.
I think they do, because I think they have him holding the groundhog.
I could pretty much guarantee that there is.
Phil Connors? Ned?
Yeah, I actually would get that if I actually could confirm that it's there.
You're exactly right, though. It's like Groundhog Day.
It is. It's every day's the same for me. I mean, granted, now I'm starting to catch up on my gameage because, if anyone wants, because the whole game lot came out today, and then the PS5's coming out. Which, by the way, did I tell you how I called the guy? I went into GameStop today, and I asked the guy, I'm like, do you have any idea when this PS5 is going to be pre-ordered? And he was like, dude, he goes, I get this question 55 times a day, and I don't even know the answer myself. He goes, his prediction is that they're going to push it to January.
Oh, they're pushing it back?
Dude, it's September, and there's no pre-orders right now. Every other year before this, you were able to pre-order it the day after E3 in July or June.
Well, I said that due to the situation with fucking our country and China with the tariffs and shit like that.
You did mention that a while ago.
So there might be a fucking price issue. That's the real problem.
Well,
although they're targeting $4.99 for the lower package, I'm surprised if it I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than that.
But to be honest with you, I'll call off the money. I have my PS4 Pro ready to be traded in. I'm not worried about the money. I'm worried about.
But that's what it is. It's about the pricing.
It's about the pricing.
It's about the pricing. Regardless of what anybody tells you, that shit is ready to roll.
It's done. But
yeah.
But here's my thing. Does the game of chicken also come into that factor?
No, because
Xbox
is nowhere near the fucking league that the PS5
dude,
is.
everyone was hyped for the Xbox, and for one thing, Halo. And guess what Halo is? Postponed until next year. So it's like, what the fuck? They're in a different league. So.
Xbox is going to become
a service.
The new service.
It's going to be Spotify for video games.
And it's going to be there. It's like a stream, or like instead of Spotify.
Yeah, it's
like
a Spotify
like a
for
Steam
games.
kind of thing. It's going to be like it's a PC. It's just a different PC. That's all it is going to be.
The only thing
and if they get in conjunction with Nintendo and all that works great for everyone.
Speaking of Nintendo, Do you have any intention of buying the Super Mario 35th All-Stars?
I might, depending
Because
on what
if
it
you do,
looks
I
like.
suggest you do it now because Nintendo just announced that it's limited quantities. They're getting around 20 copies per GameStop.
I don't care. Then I don't give a fuck.
But you could buy it digital.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
It's 64. It's Galaxy and Sunshine.
I'm trying to figure
Those are
out
great
whether
Mario
or not that would be like I have to get it now kind of thing.
Well, I mean,
'Cause
no offense to Nintendo or anything, but like their games have been real thin lately, and I just don't know what to play on the Switch anymore.
Right.
I don't. So if you're and that's coming out in 3 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
Mario, because it's coming out September 28th.
You're not playing anything on your Switch?
I'm like almost done with Paper Mario, and besides that, like right now I'm trying to get all my PS4 shit
You
done.
fucking was waiting for the longest for Animal Crossing, and you haven't been playing it.
Dude, I beat the game already.
How do you beat the game? There's something to do every day.
I got all the bells. I'm like loaded in bells. The only thing I can do is fully upgrade my house.
Do you take the Switch on the track?
No.
You don't do that?
Nah, I can't.
Why?
That's like texting. Ever see the TV show sitcom where the people text and walk and they fall into the lake?
Well, Leroy Green is able to wrestle and play Switch at the same time.
Well, yeah, but he has superb powers. My fat ass would bust my ass and the Switch would break. And then, and might I add, Juniper Valley Park's track has cracks in it and bumps.
Right.
And without me even on a Switch or a phone, I almost break my ankle on it.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, I'm very sore today. Very sore. Now,
Do you
because now the
think-
gyms are open in New
Let
York.
me ask you something. Do you think with your whole dieting, which by the way is awesome, it's great. You're dieting, you're working out on it, it's awesome.
I'm trying.
But do you think you're becoming obnoxious with it?
No.
You don't think so?
I'm obnoxious. I'm mad at myself for going this hard, but it's only because I'm at 202. If I was like at 220, I wouldn't be like this insane about it.
I know
I'm
your
at the
target. Your
finish
target
line.
is so take a shit. You can lose 2 pounds on a good shit.
Dude, I checked myself this morning and I gained a pound. It's gonna fluctuate, but I'm.
The hardest is.
I swear to God, if I'm at 195, Red, I will never speak about this diet again. I just want to go under 200. That's why I'm going so hard at it, because I'm at the finish line.
But
you
don't think you can be obnoxious? Like you can't eat certain foods. You can't splurge.
I have to.
And then when there's food that's there that's being served to you, and it's like no, it can't come up obnoxious though.
Believe me, I would eat all your chicken wings if I.
But chicken wings is good. They're baked.
Believe me. I was salivating at all those pretzels at Rich's house. I would eat all your wings, solely me. I know that if I eat 1 ounce of something that I think in my mind is not good for me, I'm going to go down a hole of, I could cheat tomorrow.
Shout out to the boss Rich for the barbecue.
The barbecue was phenomenal.
That was so much
your wings,
fun.
You know I love your wings. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not eating your food because I'm being too much.
No, it could be a bit obnoxious. What did you eat at the barbecue?
I had the chicken skewers.
Okay, that's good.
I had the mozzarella and tomato salad with
Oh,
with
okay,
the
that's
peppers. I actually had half a pretzel.
Oh, okay.
Which
you think that's what
that's
loaded?
bad. Yes,
that
it
loaded
is.
up on the carbs.
Dude, that's carb central. Yeah.
Stop. Half a pretzel. I mean, stop.
Right. You have to, like I said,
Listen,
if
you'll
I
be
was
fine.
farther away,
You'll be fine. That's okay.
I know, bro.
Like I said, I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job. But it's just
Dude,
like it could be.
I've never gotten.
Let me shut the fuck up
close.
because I didn't eat shit at the barbecue either.
Well, you don't. It's not even that. Like, I enjoyed my food at the barbecue.
And
like,
it's funny because
the only thing I didn't have was burgers and hot dogs.
I
Everything else I ate.
I didn't eat because, like I said, the boss Rich, he knows I'm coming over, so it's sad. But there was a lot of beer.
Yeah,
and
don't you get
wanted
hungry drunk? Don't you get hungry when you drink?
Later,
Well, you told me a while ago you don't eat at other places because you just don't like being a burden.
I don't like to be a burden, and plus, like, if I'm drinking, that's what I'm looking at doing. I'm focused, and plus, this is a lot of carbs. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Beer's a lot of carbs.
Beer's made from bread, ladies and
listen,
gentlemen. If you didn't know.
Hey, listen, the boss, he took care of me, so I want to make him proud, you know.
Red, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't want you and Rich, everyone who made food for me. I'm sorry. I feel bad now, but I want you to know something. I like the way I look right now. I'm content with the way I look. It's not about that. It's the pride of number. It's the pride of the number. It's the pride of the number.
I get it, but it's still a thing to where, like, hey, because you could bend a little bit.
I'm taking you to Five Guys when I hit 199.
You bent the rule on the pretzel. Ooh.
Dude, I have to be this serious, or I know me, and I'm gonna go down another hole of fuck it.
No, I don't think you're gonna do that. I think this time you're gonna be more disciplined.
I really hope so. That's why I'm scared. It's more of a scared thing.
Because, I think you'll be.
Because last time I lost.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get under 200 and stop walking and doing the track and all that?
Dude, because last time I lost it, the lowest I've ever been was 208. I remember that. Then I went on vacation with my family in Ocean City, Maryland, and I splurged that week because it was vacation. I treated that vacation as me going back to 260.
Okay, so listen.
So I'm so scared of me just making that one step
but
back.
you'll get there. Don't worry about it. I'm just saying. I said it could. Sometimes it could be obnoxious. I mean, the other day I cooked so much food and you walked in with a fucking chicken wrap. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Bro.
And the chicken was baked. It wasn't like I fried the chicken or it was baked.
See, but
that was obnoxious.
See, but you've known me for years.
Took offense to that.
I love those wings. I eat those wings every time I'm here. I prefer your cooking over a chicken wrap.
Listen,
you think I prefer that over this?
And then when I'm making for All Out, it's like,
oh, jeez.
Exactly. So,
is this you buttering me up to maybe try something tomorrow?
No. Listen, it's gonna be a thing too where I say, you know what, take it to the family because I know that you're not gonna eat it, so give it to them. And I know.
What is it, Penny?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck me.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Turnbuckle Tabloid. I am your host, Mr. Ear to the Rack, the King of Talk Style, and as always, a cheap thrill, Jay the Red Santa.
And I am the mook with the mic on a diet, Matthew Olskey.
I'm on a semi,
You're on a diet too.
Diet, like. And
I see an Angry Orchard in your hand.
Kind of weird. Yeah, I'm drinking an Angry Orchard. Like I said, the boss looked out for us at the barbecue.
Did you grow your love for that drink again when you
were
there?
No, it's actually, I did some research, and it's actually lower in carbs and shit like that.
Well, it's mainly apple, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's pretty good. And like I said, shout out to the boss, shout out to the family, the wife, the daughter, the little one running around, and of course our friend, our big guy, Mr. Jimbo Slice.
Yeah.
Shh, he doesn't want to know. And you don't want anybody to know that we know him.
He's off the grid.
He's off the grid. But my boy Jimbo Slice as well.
We had a great time.
Fantastic. It was also shout out to everybody.
Wish more people could have came.
Hey, right.
But
could have came. Could have come.
Sure.
Could have come. Yeah,
depends on the time of day. But
yeah, you're right.
We had a great time. The food was great. It's always we were there last week because we did a special recording in the studio at the Rageworks Patrol Center.
Yeah, no, the
headquarters, Rageworks headquarters. I want to call it, but it's always a treat when we have a getting together. I guess next time we'll see each other is maybe like I don't know, Thanksgiving or Christmas.
No, I want to as long as he'll have us. I would like to do a little bit more out there, so we'll see how that goes down.
Yeah.
Make sure you check us out on all the social media outlets. Check us out on the Like Group page on Facebook. Be sure you check us out on the. By the way, the numbers are growing. We're at 730 right now, and it's great that we're on 730, and you guys are participating. You guys are partaking in the groups, and I want to give big shout outs before I continue with the rundown. Big shout outs to people who have been supporting us, who have been a part of sharing and listening to the shows, partaking in the groups and just all up and down, just being there for us and letting people know that we're here and we're probably going to take over the world with this. Probably we are. Fuck that. In the wrestling podcast and everything else. Just want a big shout out to our boy JV Lewis from St. Louis. That's our guy. Yep. He's on the show. He has his segments monthly here. Big supporter. Henry, of course, from Choked Out. He shows love to us. Of course, Ben the Brit. Rondo, our guy Rondo. Thank you for showing us love. Our guy and family to us. Through and through, with his postings every week with the show rundowns. It's a lot of heavy lifting that he takes off of us for doing that every week for every show that happens.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Rondo, for that.
It's truly a team effort.
We love you, boy, and also of course our family as well. That punk Isaac Rodriguez, who does as much and over beyond bounds what he does for this show. And
then he has to flip up from that doing his VXS.
Doing his own thing, which great numbers last week for you guys who were enjoying not only his conversation on the show but also on the 30-minute Smart. Yeah. Greatly appreciate it. We got great feedback from it as well. Individuals who were very interested and very inclined to share their thoughts about his conversation about not only VXS but just being a young entrepreneur as well. Yeah. Dominic De Niro was a big fan who shows us love. Rob, who we always.
I miss Rob.
I miss Rob. I can't wait for the first fucking
House of Glory show to come back.
any indie show we can get to.
That's usually where we
can go to. Of course, Home Milk Mike. We're a big show and love to Ray Ramundo. Used to be Fat Mark. That's our guy.
Love Mark.
Shout out to Oren Beckles, who always shares and is bringing everybody to the group. He's always trying to bring everybody in and let everybody know what Turnbuckle Tabloid is about. Big little brother Dennis, my bro. Marco, of course, Slick. And your brother AJ, who brings in his peoples.
Yep.
And the newest and possibly the one who I wouldn't have thought would actually show that much love and would just thought it was hokey, but listens every week and it shows us love. And actually, she bought us pins.
Yeah, she did.
Little bit.
Yeah,
we got a little bit.
Absolutely.
Thank you for all you guys for sharing and being a part of the Turnbuckle Tabloid family and the experience.
You're all appreciated.
And doing everything for us. So make sure that you guys continue, and I hope we're doing you proud by doing the shows. Oh, and I even forgot. Sorry, one more time. I feel like I'm doing a fucking award ceremony.
Yeah,
Good
right.
Dad Angel.
Yes.
Our guy, Good Dad Angel.
I just messaged Angel.
Yeah.
I miss him. I miss Angel. I miss everyone, man. I can't wait for us to link up at a local indie show again, like the old days before COVID and stuff.
Make sure you check us out there, like I said, on Facebook, on and group page. Also, check us out on Instagram at Turnbuckle Tabloid Podcast, as well as on Twitter at
Turnbuckle Tab.
And be sure you check us out at, of course, the YouTube Anchor and our Get Vocal at Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Can I do a quick plug real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I just want to shout out my new Instagram adventure that I've been doing for the past month. It's called The Funko Hub. We're about to hit 500 followers already.
Yeah, nice.
I don't know how this happened. I don't know how I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know how the following came, but I'm averaging like 50.
You're a fucking young white dork who enjoys Funko Pops. What more can you be?
I get messages daily saying that they appreciate what I do because my page is basically focused on like spotlighting people who do raffles or auctions or stuff like that.
That's smart. That's a good way. See, branding.
I'm basically the guy you want to go to if
I
you're
don't
having
do it,
an
so
auction.
I'll share it for somebody else.
Basically, I'm too lazy to do my own raffle, so if you want to do one and you want to promote it and you want to make an extra dime, you could always come to me. I'm a 460 followers, about to hit 500, which will include a giveaway. So make sure to follow.
Nice. Good.
Don't know what the giveaway is yet, but it will be a pop. No kidding.
No shit.
And I also want to give a shout to everyone who saw me unbox my Chase the other day. The other skeleton from Corpse Bride.
Yes, that was
I got
good.
the
That was
Chase,
a good one.
and the feedback was incredible. So just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Funko Hub. It's doing way better than I expected it to. So thank you guys.
Make sure you check us out, like I said, on all those outlets, those social media outlets. Also on the podcasting outlets, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes. Man, I always draw a blank when it comes to this. Google Podcasts, iHeart, wherever the fuck you could get podcasts, we're there. Everywhere.
Everyone listens to a podcast nowadays. That app you use to listen to other ones, you can find us.
Listen, I've come to the realization, guys, we get it. The fucking episodes can be long. It could be.
Yes.
It could be like the 10 Commandments. I get it.
Yeah, it could be a long show.
It could be but you know what? Listen to it in sections. Just download, stream it. It's a great. I know many people who do it that way. It's always great to pick up and just listen to.
Well, I know someone who listens to the first half on the way to work and the second half on the way home from work.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like that, and just listen to the buffoonery that way. It's just the way to go about it.
Yeah.
Because listen,
and some people even categorize. People even separate the show with the interviews.
Right.
They do the whole show one day and then they do the interview at night or the next day.
Right.
And they separate it.
And it's listen. I do it to everybody else's podcast. I do it. See, I get the benefit of listening to people's podcasts when I'm at work because I have like an 8-hour run, so I can listen to something straight.
Yep.
But you guys don't have that luxury or that pleasure. So, listen, we're not like other podcasts who are able to do multiple shows because I guess they have the time or basically they don't do shit in life. Who knows? But other than that, we take everything, we give it to you all in one fucking. Listen, it's a meal. You eat it and you'll enjoy it. Just eat it in portions. That's
we're not asking you to eat dessert. Just have the main course.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but eat it in portions. You take a little bit here. Do it like Olskey's fucking diet. You just take it in portions.
Take it in portions. It's all about portion control, guys.
Also, if you can't get it at those podcasting outlets, make sure you check us out at RageWorksNetwork.com. You can get all the podcasts there that's available for you guys. Google Play. Call Me When It's Over. Black is the New Black. Toys and Text. Treks Untold. We're all there, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you follow us there at RageWorks network.com. And then for all the articles, previews, TV shows, videos, and games, and everything that has to do with the culture, you get it at rageworks.net. Rageworks.net, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, get part of it. Get part of what's going on in the culture. Video games, like Matt said, today was a big day for video games. Yeah. There's reviews going up. There's previews that's coming up.
Avengers, Tony Hawk, and NBA.
Yeah, so guys, today was a big day for video games. Check out whatever reviews is there for you guys to look up and see if you agree or disagree with what's our prolific writers are talking about. So get us there at rageworks.net. So before we really kick off into a really big show, I have to talk about... and shout out to everybody who's partaking in the Turnbuckle Tabloid Fantasy Football. That's, as of this recording, we'll be doing it in probably the next...
30 minutes?
20, even 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
So, guys, thank you guys for partaking. It's going to be fun.
Are we going live for that?
Yes, we're going to be on the Facebook Live for that.
Right.
I have some... I got to show you some awards that I'm going to give out for.
Cool.
Before we continue, we know we have to do just one thing. We know it's a wrestling show, but we just got to do one thing to touch base. We don't have interviews this week, so we're good.
Yeah. What's up?
Gotta talk about this fucking climate, man. Again, every week we gotta talk about this social climate, this fucking current event shit.
The same climate that makes me so disgusted with the state of how we are. I don't even care anymore.
There we go.
What's on your mind, bro?
Okay, all right. Just quickly. Two thoughts. Number one. Now everybody's consumed with the CDC's thought about that maybe they overshot the numbers, maybe it wasn't this, or maybe it was just 9,000 who actually died of COVID and such. It wasn't the drastic numbers, right? Still a lot. But here's my thought. And mind you, I'm keeping it 100. If you listen to the show for as long as you could, or even during this COVID time, I am still on the fence of whether or not what is this thing, because nobody knows.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck it is. All I know is
like a Stay Puft Marshmallow. No one knows.
Exactly. I don't know what the fuck is the true essence of this. If this thing is really as deadly as it is, whatever the case may be. But the fact is, it like what I called it, the fucking flu on steroids, the flu plus. Here's my thought about this, guys. Even if it is like you said it is, only 9,000 died because of COVID in general. You still had thousands upon thousands of people who died in conjunction with COVID, which says they had underlining issues,
but COVID was the cherry on top.
was the checkmate. So let me give you guys a quick hyperbole. I don't even know if that's a good word.
By the way, before you continue, I just want to make a one sentence statement.
I don't even know if that's a good word to use.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. The one sentence I just gotta say is if you're one of those people who are arguing about numbers, you're a terrible human being, because you're that's like me saying 10,000 people didn't die, only 8,000 did. People still died.
Yeah.
So why are you throwing chips out there like it's a fucking casino? Get the fuck out of here. Like, those are people's lives.
Yeah, let me give you a quick example of how this correlates. Whatever. You buy a car, and you take the car and you take it for a couple of miles on the road and such. You find out the car isn't. It's not responding the way you do. You take it to the mechanic. The mechanic tells you, "Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. The fuel tank, the fuselage, the fuel tank, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know car speak. I'm not a fucking car guy.
The engine,
whatever. The engine got about 7 years on it. You can bring it in, tune it up, it'll be fine. But I'm going to be honest with you, the engine only got about 7 years on it, and then it's pretty much going to be a dead duck. So I'm going to tell you that use it for as much as you can and just bring it in. We'll check it up. And then somebody comes with a fucking bag of sugar, drops it in your gas tank, and fucks up your whole car, and your car's dead. Doesn't work anymore. For the best example to use it, the sugar is COVID, and the person who put the sugar in your gas tank is our president.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty much it. The
Yeah.
car would have ran for 7 years, but because someone put sugar in your gas tank and fuck your whole shit up, that's what it is. So, if that's the better way of explaining what
I get that.
COVID did to this country, to the world, because apparently everybody thinks COVID is imaginary and it was brought upon the earth.
Yeah, they think it's a figment of your imagination.
Because all the powers that be went up to the mountain of Sri Lanka and sat together and said, let's make up this fake fucking
herb or spice that fucks everything up.
Or make up a fake virus that doesn't really exist just so that we could take over the world. No, it doesn't work that way.
This isn't He-Man.
This isn't fucking the Justice League and the Legion of Doom fucking met at a swamp with a castle that was shaped like a skull. It doesn't work that way.
It's a legit sickness. It's a fucking. And for people who are still questioning this, when I know personal family who have died from COVID, you have a personal family who died from COVID.
Yes.
That takes that I take that as an insult, and I get pissed off because you're not only insulting my intelligence, you're making every excuse up possible to not go along with other people.
Right.
It's stupid.
I don't want to wear a mask. Fine, don't wear a mask, but do me a favor.
Stay home then.
No, but not only that. If you're in public walking around and it's fine, don't wear a fucking mask. But if you're coming into a fucking store, or if I'm telling you you're coming to my house, and I want you to wear a fucking mask,
you better.
Your ass is wearing a fucking mask.
And
if not, get the fuck out of my place.
Which, by the way, get ready to hear the new thing. Which I'm sorry for all you people who don't like wearing masks. No shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service for a very long time. If you don't like that, then get the fuck out.
No, that's the other shit too. It's the same fucking. No, you can't force me to. No, you're gonna wear it.
Yeah, you can because it's my shop, it's my business, and I'm not getting no liability.
And get the fuck out if you're not into it.
If you walk into my store without a mask, you're a liability. Because if I find out someone in my store gets sick, guess who it came from? Most likely your ass, because you're not wearing a mask.
And I'm the one that's gonna get fucking sued for me.
And I'm the one who's gonna go out of business for it. It's all about helping each other out. It's all about just being considerate. All I see on social media nowadays is just a constant war. Constant war, a fight. Everyone going at each other's throats about the war of COVID. Is it real or not? Get used to. I hate to break the facts to you, but it's very real. And whether it's the flu plus, like some people think, or it's maybe worse, it's still a deadly disease.
And by the way,
regardless of what you say.
And by the way, for you fuckers who are sitting there, and even if you listen to this show and you support this fucking guy, thank you for listening to the show. But honestly, I question your intellect because not only do you listen to the show, but you're following this fucking idiot.
Yeah. Who just killed?
No, you can't even mention that because even if you would say that, they'd be like, that's just the liberal media saying that he said those ludicrous things because there's fake news. It's slandering the man. It's like, no, he's a fucking moron and he speaks that way like an idiot. Yeah. Which, by the way, if we did a podcast where we sounded like him, we would never have fucking listeners.
No,
he sounds like a 11-year-old. He sounds like an 11-year-old.
Yep.
Fucking, I can't even explain how.
He sounds like the bully on the playground.
Not even a bully, because he's so pussy that he can't even be a bully. He just sounds so inept on understanding the concept of the English language, not knowing how to converse and have a dialogue and intellect with the masses. He can't connect. And the only way he connects is because he talks down to the fucking the grassroots, the salt of the earth, I guess, kind of people, if you want to say that.
But is this you saying that it's important to vote this election?
Yeah, you guys vote. Because I don't vote.
I know you don't.
Yeah,
That's
you guys vote.
Well,
if you don't vote, then you shouldn't complain. Of course I'm going to complain because you're the idiots that's putting these fools in office.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
There was a possibility that Kanye West was even thinking about it here.
Fuck you. Honestly.
I'm not going to lie, Red. For the past couple of weeks, I've tried to, get informed with politics, and I've tried to, maybe do some more research. But I think when push comes to shove, I'm done.
No, please. You're too young to not stay informed. Stay connected.
No, I'm going to stay educated, but I think when it comes to, political conversations with people, I'm kind of done with it because when I'm at the park, when I'm at Juniper, I get constantly fucking yelled at and fucking about all this bullshit. I come home and it's always on TV. It's just.
I know, but you know what?
It's constantly just dark.
It's
worse than the news. Politics shows are worse than the news nowadays because at least the news gives you the weather.
But like I said, when your president is the first thing on your local news,
is a problem.
it's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I didn't have to hear about Obama, Bush, Clinton, Bush until maybe about 10, 15 minutes in the news.
Yeah.
Unless something major happened, like a war or some kind of fucking action.
Because a job as a president is to do your job behind the fucking curtains.
But this fucker wants to be the forefront of the news every fucking day. And let me tell you something. And this is what before we continue on with the show. Your job as a leader is to take responsibility.
Accountability, yes.
And take accountability of when shit is fucked up.
Yep.
As a supervisor at my job, in many positions that I have, regardless of if a fucking insubordinate underling did anything, or a fucking a person who did not fulfill their job obligations, regardless of that, I do not point the finger and say, well, it was their fault. No. As a leader, as a powerful figure, wherever you are in your fucking life, you are held accountable and you take that responsibility for it.
Yep.
You don't lead from the back.
Yep.
You lead from the front.
Especially if you're president.
Exactly.
Especially if you're president.
So stop pointing fingers, stop the bullshit, and stop the nonsense when everything down the line is just fucking corruptions, inconsistency, and the failure to do your job.
Yeah.
But yet, you still have these fucking brainwashed, which I hope that you get fucking 250 to dry their brain and their mind from what the fuck is happening. I hope they get their change back from their laundry from washing their fucking heads.
But you see, this is the problem that I have with the politic world right now, because wouldn't it be common sense to, like, I'd rather have a president that if he does fail, at least owns up to it? Because I'm not going to say...
why would they do that?
I'm not saying Joe Biden's going to be perfect. Far from it. But I have more faith in him coming on the microphone and saying, I fucked up, I'm sorry, than Trump ever doing that. Because I don't think I've ever heard Trump say, I messed up, I'm sorry.
I said a couple of weeks ago, I said, listen, no more, and it's funny because Rich said, yo, Political J is probably the best J that I've seen. And
Facebook, it's a whole new gimmick.
Yeah. And you guys...
It's like Matt Hardy shit.
Yeah, unless you're on my personal page, then you'll see it. But other than that, it's like, I'm not... Yeah. Any case, I said I'm not going to do this anymore, but the one thing that I said to the masses who follow my page or whatever the case may be, I said, listen, this year is not the year to fucking vote independently for a third or fourth party.
No, it's not. That's why people got mad at Cortez voting for Bernie, but she had to.
No. I said, listen, don't. This is not the year. Don't fucking waste your vote on somebody.
On Harambe or Captain Crunch.
On somebody who wouldn't even fucking make it to their high school secretary position.
Or prom.
On their fucking their high school government.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. That those 20, 30,000 votes can go to putting somebody in. Look, even if you vote for the idiot in office or the idiot that's coming in, wherever the fuck you look,
whatever it is,
put it to the right two individuals that you feel is proper for the position. Because it's either that, don't vote.
Well, people said most of the reason why Trump won is because a lot of votes. I think the number third vote of all time was Harambe.
Yeah,
like, imagine those votes went to a real person.
Exactly. Like I said, it's wasted votes. Don't do that. Don't be an ass. Don't be a fucking stone like, dude, I'm going to vote for this block of cheese.
I'm going to put Rob Van Dam on here.
It's fucking awesome, man. So, guys, please. All right, now we're off the political platform. So, this week, ladies and gentlemen, cutting the promo since football is in the air.
Yay.
Cutting the promo this week, we'll be discussing sports, athletes, and wrestling. How the two tie together and the relationship between athletes and pro wrestling. What are the best moments? What are the low points, the high points? And we want to discuss that. We'll be doing that on Facebook Live. Also this week we have on Wrestling Rundown. What do you have in store on your end?
We have a new story that's breaking right now that Vince is supposedly banning Twitch and Cameo from the wrestlers. We have discussions about how NXT might be moving to Tuesday nights permanently. And we have a few birthdays, unfortunate passing, and et cetera, et cetera. So,
also, we have Around the Square Circle. We have on for Get Vocal. Guys, make sure you partake on us every Saturday at 5 p.m. on Get Vocal. Yep. Guys, this week on All Around Square Circle, we discuss what we watched, listened to, and reviewed on wrestling. We also have our discussions about what was going on with the two shows splitting on Tuesday and on Wednesday. how the numbers looked and the ratings, as well as is AEW really performing on the level they should be? Also, discussions about what happened on Raw and, of course, on what happened on SmackDown and a crowning of a new Impact champion. So, guys, don't go away. Stick around. We will return. Check you guys out in a second.
Is it tough for you to find a date? Difficult on those dating apps to find that special someone? Is it really hard to disconnect from that umbilical cord and walk away from your insecure mother? Well, we have a thing for you. On our website, your friends and family can help by donating to get you someone special in your life. And if it's not a special someone as a soulmate and such, maybe it could just get you laid. That's right. Gentlemen, there is a site for you. It is called gofme.org. That's right. gofme.org is the website which your friends can help to pitch in, get you some charitable donations to help get you, well, basically laid. gofme.org has done many charitable cases and gotten such successful bonds between men and women. You cannot pass up this charitable website for you. You can listen to the many cases we have, read upon how many of our men have found their special someone or that special someone for the moments at gofme.org. The F stands for take a listen of one of our many cases.
Well, I was living in the basement of my dad's condominium for a good, healthy amount of time, and I wasn't getting, the stuff that the ladies have in between their legs. So my dad got pretty worried and thinking that possibly I was maybe introverted and not into that. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's okay not to be into ladies, but I really do. I enjoy them much, very much. So much.
She used to have a little crack on the side, and I used to look in while she would take a shower because I wanted to make sure she was greasing up and soaping up all her lady parts properly. She could be a mess sometimes. I wanted to make sure she was doing it right. Well, anyway, she signed me up for gofme.org. And man, was that ever a treat. Let's just say I found my true love. a lucky lady from Lithuania. And when I tell you, she was the pick of the litter. Ooh-wee. Thank you to all my friends and family, especially my cousin Bernice, who, by the way, hasn't spoken to me in 6 months because I stole her underwear out of her underwear drawer. But it's okay. I'll give it back to her when I'm done with it. Anyway, thank you, gofme.org. The F stands for this is your old friend Gregory, or for you ladies, Grego. So if you feel the need that you need a loved one in your life to help endorse your lack of sex, or at least want someone to hold your hand while you're watching WrestleMania, go to gofme.org. fme.org is a non-profit organization here to get you some kind of sexual or any kind of intimacy. Listen, guys, if you're that bad off, go to gofme.org. Gofme.org, where the F stands for fuck. This commercial is brought to you by
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
This podcast is hosted by World Tag Team Champions in a promotion that has no wrestlers at all. You're listening to Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Turnbuckle Tabloid, cutting a promo.
Cutting a promo, ladies and gentlemen. For those who aren't on the live stream, we're going to tell you on the podcast this week. Cutting a promo this week is the correlation of sports, athletes, and wrestling. This has been a long-standing tradition for years. This goes back to the days of Muhammad Ali going in the ring with Andre the Giant and
Mr. T with Hulk Hogan. Yeah, fuck the mixer. Holy shit. Mr. T with Hulk Hogan.
Is Mr. T really? Well, he was a boxer.
Yeah, that's an athlete.
Yeah.
What's the difference between him and Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali was the greatest,
the
greatest of all time.
Hold on, I got to switch chairs.
All right.
I switched them. I made a mistake.
No.
I instantly regretted it.
From those days of yore, you get those kind of cross promotions. You get the fandom that occurred from that as well. Muhammad Ali had mentioned that he was a big fan of Gorgeous George, but I really think it was more of Nature Boy Buddy Rogers because that was more of his era and his time of the territories. Buddy Rogers was really the guy that he was a fan of. You also get, through the years, you have the Mike Tysons, you get the Floyd Mayweathers, you have the Refrigerator Perrys, you get the LeBron James sitting in the front row.
Even the random appearances by Shaq in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
You get all these wrestling fans that come out of the blue, and it's interesting to see that how impactful and how look at that the woo
the Usos and Reigns might be joining.
Let's
together.
get it going.
You want that Samoan?
By the way, we were just watching the promo on SmackDown between Paul Heyman and.
Why does Uso look like a fuckboy with that hair?
I don't know. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns to the audience, and wow. Okay, so what was your first recollection of sports and wrestling tying in together?
It wasn't a good one. I mean, it wasn't a specific athlete. If I can remember correctly, I'm pretty sure my first occurrence when sports came into wrestling was when they did that rib of the Lakers versus the Nuggets 8-man tag. But in terms of athletes,
right?
In terms of athletes, I wanted to save that for last because it's my favorite part. It's my favorite moment in athlete history. How about we start on a different route?
Okay.
Why don't we start? Who was the first ever? Who started and do you even know who created the idea to even merge these two together?
The meshing of the two. It
has to be Muhammad Ali, right? Or Mr. T? Because I think Mr. T, as much as I want to give credit to Muhammad Ali, I'm pretty sure that Vince bringing Mr. T for that first WrestleMania was
years
legendary.
ago in the 70s, it was...
but mainstream I'm talking about.
Well, the mainstream was actually... it was Ali and Antonio Inoki. This was in the 70s.
Oh, my God.
And that was their big meshing of the two worlds that I remember. We also had... Ali also did some matches and some events with Gorilla Monsoon.
He did matches.
Yeah, I mean, Muhammad Ali had a match with Inoki as well, but it didn't really hit mainstream until the 80s. The 80s was very big on bringing in the sports and the wrestling aspect.
Yeah,
it was Vince who, funny enough, although he does seem to be a big football or sports fan, he also seems out of touch with a lot of shit too. So,
I feel like moments like that no one really talks about truly shows that like you could do that. You could combine both of them together, and I think that the idea from the jump was a lot of people don't know wrestling, but a lot of people know these other sports. Let's just try to draw a bigger audience here. That was clearly the goal with it. It wasn't for fucks and for laughs. It was to make wrestling more mainstream. It had to be.
Well, Japan also was involved in like the 60s and 70s because they love to bring their athletes, like their baseball players, into the mix as well. So Japan was very in tune with that, but it wasn't until the mainstream really hit with what WWE was doing. I remember my memory of the mesh was in WrestleMania 2. They had the battle royal between wrestlers and athletes, and you had guys like Refrigerator Perry, Mike Gulak, and stuff like that. So that was their tie-in for my remembrance of wrestling and sports.
Well, we got. I mean, looking back at the the 80s, the 90s. Yeah, you can't forget Pete Rose.
Oh, please, that's huge.
Which he's in the Hall of Fame in the WWE for a reason. I mean, yeah. Which I believe the celebrity ring's bullshit, and I'm happy they haven't done it in the past couple of years. But do you give Pete Rose credit for putting Kane on a bigger scale than he already was? A lot of people credit those moments for making Kane like not just a random giant. He had some character and some emotion to him. Does Pete Rose deserve some credit on Kane's end for his success?
If it was a one shot, I would say no. But Pete Rose became
more than one time.
Yeah, he became the running joke for it. It didn't hurt.
I clearly not.
It didn't hurt. But to me, I think that when you're putting the two worlds together, it's liable to be an electric kind of mesh of the two entities that meet. And it's funny because people won't even sit there and go, really? Wrestling and sports? And because wrestling's a joke. People don't even consider it a sport. Wrestling is predetermined. Sports is colliding of athletes trying to accomplish a win without a script or a predetermined nature. Which, by the way, boxing for the years, I was like, I don't know about that. But
some of those fights had to be rigged. It's known, though. That's confirmed, though, that some people blew fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
by the way, if you guys want to call in, it's 315-371-4367. It's 315-37. Or what the fuck am I doing? 315-371-4367. That's 315-371-4367. Yeah, I was trying to click something else on it. It just threw me off.
But when it comes to me, and when we talk about sport athletes making like appearances in wrestling, every single time it just comes to me going, it's a win-win for both. It
should be.
It usually puts these sport athletes who are like either they're on top or they're usually like retired and they just want to get a lick at some sort of fun. Like Muhammad Ali was a special guest referee for the tag team match at WrestleMania 1. Did he have to do that? No.
No.
But did it put WrestleMania on the map?
Of course.
Yeah. Did Mr. T tag team with Hulk Hogan put WrestleMania on the map? Of course it did, because it gave wrestling fans and sport fans a reason to check out the program. If I'm a Mr. T guy, okay, if I love seeing Mr. T box, and I see that he's tag teaming with Hulk Hogan, and if I don't know who Hulk Hogan is, am I still gonna watch it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it.
Hey, what's going on, Kyle? Kyle is checking in from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh, good luck with the Green Bay Packers this year.
We just had a fantasy football draft for the page, man. I would love to see Aaron Rodgers go at it again this year, man. I want to see a lot of Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers connection this year. So
which will happen.
Let's go Packers.
But
I'm not a cheesehead, but I appreciate it. I get it.
But even when you go down the list of, we'll talk about the current ones now, but they all have the same purpose for me. It's more than just
to whore themselves.
It's more than just wrestling. Vince McMahon made it very known that it's sports entertainment, and when you bring in guys like Pete Rose and Mayweather, and it becomes more than just wrestling. It becomes a worldwide money fight, a must-watch show. It's like it reminds me of when. This is going to sound stupid, but this is my opinion. I don't think Mayweather and Big Show is any different than McGregor and Mayweather. Two different entities.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, one was predetermined and it was all staged, but putting that to the side, they both had the same to offer. They both brought two different kinds of sports, and they fucking went at it. And that's money anywhere you go. That's like LeBron James and Messi having a one-on-one game in basketball. You don't think ESPN would promote that? Deadass. You don't think they would pay? You don't think they'll put that on pay-per-view?
Of course they will.
Of course they would, because that's the way it is.
I mean, you don't want to put any. Hey, listen. Even Wade Boggs was involved in wrestling at one point in time. He was at a Mania. They always find a way to tie in entities from sports to wrestling. Listen, we could talk about where it really was the big kickoff. We had, like I mentioned earlier, you had Muhammad Ali as a special guest referee for WrestleMania. But then when you get him involved, you had the WrestleMania 2 with the football players. But then you get matches that brought the two worlds together big time. JD mentioned Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor. And that was a main event.
Of course.
That was. You know how many fucking wrestlers were in the back pissed off that they weren't in that match?
Yeah.
That they weren't in the main event match?
And Lawrence Taylor was?
Yeah.
Big names create cash. Here's my question to you. With all these celebrity appearances and et cetera, do you think that it's most of the time them wanting to do it and reaching out to Vince saying, hey, I want to be a part of your show? Or is it Vince reaching out going, I need to reach more people here. I need to reach the football audience. I need to reach the boxing audience. Do you think it's made – because we've seen it all the time. We'll talk about it in a little bit, like how sport athletes like Damian Lillard and LeBron James of today represent the WWE in their outfits.
Right.
But do you think it's a thing where Vince is calling them, or do you think they're reaching out to the WWE asking, I want to be a part of your show?
I think it's 50-50. I think it's a weight and balance when it comes to who's a fan, who's not a fan. Because you could tell when somebody's not a fan. You know, every time they bring in a celebrity.
Oh, I'll give you a start with that shit.
Yeah, you could tell that these guys aren't fans, and it's like,
Thank God we're off that host of Monday Night Raw gimmick.
Right.
Thank God, because the amount of people that didn't fucking care about the product and come on, Kermit the Frog was better than some of these fucking mooks as host of the fucking show.
Yeah, it is. Like you said, oh yeah, you look at that. Reggie White was also a part of it. It's all about like Kyle said, it's to put ass in seats. Yeah, it is. And to be honest with you, I don't see anything wrong with that. But the only thing that I find that's wrong is the fact that when somebody doesn't have a passion for it, it comes off very
fake.
Yeah.
I hate saying that word. But
yeah, but it is. It's already been fake since it already, whatever, wrestling. But still, it comes off ingenuous. It's just a weird combination.
I think it comes down. I think you have to have. I think both parties need to have a passion for it. I think a perfect opportunity that they should have done. Which I'll tell a quick story about that, about passion and stuff. Mickey Rourke, when The Wrestler came out, he really wanted to do that fucking match. The original match was supposed to be Mickey Rourke versus Chris Jericho 1-on-1. And do you know what fucked that up, right?
What's that?
on the red carpet of the wrestler, he announced the match before Vince wanted
Right,
to
right,
announce
right,
the
right.
match. So Chris Jericho said on a podcast that the second he heard that he announced on the red carpet, he was like, "Yeah, Vince is scrapping it."
Well, here's the other thing too. You get those celebrity meshes,
But Mickey Rourke was passionate.
but you also get Turnbuckle Tabloid. Who's this?
This is Kyle from Green Bay.
Hey, Kyle, you cheesehead. What's going on, sir?
Not much. I'm talking to you guys online right now, actually.
By the way, is this your first time coming across Turnbuckle Tabloid?
Yes. I like to come on and talk about my career in wrestling, actually, sometime.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You're a wrestler as well.
Yep, I wrestled with Mr. Kennedy and Hornswoggle and CM Punk and ODB and Austin Aries and all up here in Green Bay. They came out of here before they went to the bigger leagues.
Oh, that's actually
wow, that's awesome.
That's actually a really good. I love having conversations. We love doing conversations here with indie guys who touched base on. Are you still wrestling to this day?
No, I'm not. Now I'm taking photographs of all of them.
Oh, that's a lucrative business as well. Listen, the best thing I always tell people: make sure you watermark your shit and make sure that you get credit for your shit. That's all I have to tell people.
Yeah, I had a chance to work with AEW before the COVID came, and then they canceled in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Listen, Kyle, are you a follower of Turnbuckle Tabloid?
He just introduced us now.
No, I'm saying.
Yep.
You should. What you should do.
Got a couple.
What you should do is follow us, and then direct message us, personal message us, and then we can set something up for you, man. We could do some promotion. We love promoting guys like us who are in the business who need some recognition and do some love, and we like to pay it forward here at Turnbuckle Tabloid. So we're talking about
you guys watch Ring of Honor at all?
Yeah, we mix everything up.
We touch all bases here.
Yeah.
We watch all of it.
Yeah, I'm good friends with Salas Young and Beer City Bruiser came from northeastern Wisconsin, too.
I'm going to say that I probably figured that much. You sound like a guy who's pretty much a Beer City Bruiser kind of drinker and mesh with him as well. So,
bratwurst eater.
It sounds like you have some stories to tell. We'd love to get you back on the show.
Yeah, we'll get you on the show too. But for cutting a promo, by the way, this is just only a small snippet. The rest of the podcast will be out this weekend. It's basically we have different segments and a lot more installed. Believe me, you'll enjoy it. You have a good time. We're pretty much a bunch of assholes who just rip the shit out of everything. But
we're a lot of marks.
Yeah, we love a lot of wrestling. So. Your first, touching down with sports athletes and wrestling, what's your first remembrance of this occurring?
When I first met a wrestler, are you talking about?
No, when you first remember being a wrestling fan, sports athletes and wrestling. What was the thing that you remember in that?
There was people in the seats, like I said earlier. Asses in the seats. Now you don't have nobody. It's like, what the heck? You're watching a practice. You know what I mean?
In Green Bay, did you get to see like any of the college athletes go to wrestling indie shows or any sport professional athletes go to indie shows?
I actually saw Brock Lesnar at an event one time, but he was kind of quiet. You know what I mean? Leave him alone.
It's funny because before Brock was actually an amateur wrestler. He was outside of the professional wrestling field.
In Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yep, in Minnesota. He was at Santa Benjamin and Dan Gable and all them over there in Waterloo, Iowa. And that's how I met a lot of them. And I got to hang out with the Hart family one time, and I got a lot of stories. I met a lot of them in my life, and some of them are sad and some are happy.
Yeah, and then a lot of things also occur to where you get wrestlers who actually had a sports career before wrestling, and wrestling became a draw. Like
a lot of them, Kurt Angle.
Look at Macho Man Savage, Randy. Randy was a baseball player before he really got into
Cincinnati
wrestling.
Reds. Yep.
Right, exactly. He was in a minor league club for a while. Does that occur a lot in Wisconsin, where a lot of athletes start off as like you mentioned in the chat, Anderson, Mr. Anderson? What was he a big athlete before he became a professional wrestler?
No, he was actually like a class clown actually in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. at high school, and then he became a bigger name, the Vince McMahon. He worked in the Indies and got a phone call one day in 1999, 2000. Hey, we'd like to see some of your work. Well, he role modeled like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was never a wrestling fan before that, and he became a wrestling fan when his friend said, "Come on over and watch Monday Night Raw. We got Steve Austin on there." Oh my gosh, some guy that's going to kick some ass.
All right. Before we let you go, like you said, you mentioned Reggie White was involved in WWE as well. Any football players or any boxer, anybody in the sports field, and any athletes that you feel would have been great wrestlers during your time as being a wrestling fan? Who do you think could have been a great wrestler?
Well, a great wrestler back in the day was Lex Luger. He was a Packer player before he became a wrestler. He was with the Packers for a little bit, and then he became a wrestler. And it's just like Junkyard Dog. He was a Packer player too. And Strap Iron, there's a couple other names, Kanatsky or whatever.
It sounds like it sounds like the football theme, which it's already known. But Goldberg was a football player. Football and wrestling seem hand in hand in a way. Like a bunch of the guys go from football to wrestling. Like, hey, you know what?
It meshes.
I can't be a defensive tackle no more. I could go try to do a suplex or two or whatever.
Or Mongol. Steve Mongol.
Yeah, remember, look, that's another one we were going to bring up. Mongo, we got Mongo.
The worst wrestler of all time.
Horseman with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. So, Kyle, before we let you go, since you called in, and thanks for calling in, and hopefully you follow us on Turnbuckle Tabloid on all the social media outlets as well as listen to the episode. Just, we'll get you a free plug. Where can they get your stuff, your photography at?
If you go on Facebook, you can get KJW Photography out of Denmark, Wisconsin. It's a like page. Just like it, and tell me where you met me. How you got there, and send me a message on there. It's pretty good work. A lot of good Packer pictures in there, and wrestlers too, like Baron Von Raschke and all that.
All righty, so thanks again.
All right, guys.
Thanks for calling in. And
Thank you, man.
Tomorrow we'll also go live again. We're on Get Vocal. You can check us out there on Turnbuckle Tabloid, Get Vocal, and on Facebook Live. You check us there. Tomorrow we'll be doing our Around the Square Circle, where we'll be discussing what happened our week in wrestling, and you can chime in with that as well. But thanks for calling in, Kyle.
Maybe I'll bring Mr. Anderson in one time for you guys.
Ooh, don't tease me, sir.
Don't tease me.
I'm already rubbing my.
I have his information. I can get it, or him, or Swoggle.
I'm already rubbing my chest plates. I get excited when I hear stuff like that.
If that could happen, that would be outstanding.
Thanks again, Kyle.
Keep it in the pants.
Thanks again, Kyle.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
All right. He brought up a good one with Mongo in WCW. I was about to tear into the WCW.
The worst wrestler of all time.
Oh man, but there was more stuff when you have Mongo who got involved in there, and then the big thing was Dennis Rodman and the whole tying in with the NWO.
Well, I mean,
how many times did you figure that basketball ties into wrestling?
A lot, actually. I grew up in a time where that was the main cross where they crossed paths. It was NBA and wrestling. After watching The Last Dance, it really showed me the story that Dennis Rodman did, and it was outstanding. The dude just left the game out of nowhere and fucking ended up on WCW the next day. Didn't show up to practice, nothing. I don't know how to take that, if he wanted to do it, or Hulk maybe called him and said, "Hey, you want to be a part of this, brother?"
Hey, look, brother, we're going to need you for...
Yeah, imagine out of nowhere,
we're going to need you for Road Wild.
Nice win, brother, but I want you to be on the show tomorrow. I can't imagine how that transaction happened, but... Was that one of the most high points for NWO?
Not for nothing. Not for nothing, but it did draw. It was a big draw, especially when it was the Hogan Rodman versus DDP and Jay Leno. That was a big thing, man.
Yeah, Jay fucking Leno, Mr. Crimson Chin himself. I just feel like every single time a sports athlete comes into the game, it's two avenues. It's I'm there to help the wrestler get over, or I'm there to put myself over. And most of the time, I'm seeing it as them trying to put themselves over. Dennis Rodman, he was there to put the NWO over, and just to be a goof. I love when it looks organic, when it feels organic. That's the key.
But
to a
I
good
can't lie
appearance.
though, when Rodman was there, he fit that mold. He did fit it.
Well, NWO was about revolt and about everything that Dennis Rodman kind of did. It just made sense. That's why I appreciated that so much.
Yeah, it fit perfectly.
I appreciated that so much. Red, what's your favorite celebrity, sports athlete moment in wrestling? Because I have mine.
Man.
What about Pac-Man? What about Pac-Man?
Pac-Man and TNA?
With R-Truth.
But actually, it did a big thing for them as well.
I think they actually had a pretty good run. Him and R-Truth as tag team and Ron Killings as tag champs. I remember that. That wasn't that bad.
No,
I heard he was a dick.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. Yeah. What the hell just happened there? Hold on. We'll get back. Hold on. After these messages, we'll be right back. Here we go. What the hell? That's too loud. Okay, what was it?
I was just saying how.
For me.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment?
It has to be the program with Mayweather and fucking Big Show.
That's mine as well.
Yeah, it has to
be.
Because
that was my first time I saw something like that. I actually went to the fucking WrestleMania press conference that year. Go ahead, talk about why it's your favorite moment. I'll go next
because
it was amazing.
It's the David versus Goliath.
Yep.
You had a boxer coming in, a celebrity, a sports athlete who was a genuine draw.
Yeah, anywhere. He was the best fighter in the world.
But also, he was. Henry, you're right. That was the other one. Diamond Dallas Page and Karl Malone. Oh my God, I forgot about that shit.
Do you not remember the tag?
I forgot about that shit.
The tag team match at like American Bash or something like that. Like.
Yeah. But when you had the two entities where one was undefeated and you had the Giant going against, and then the promo, the segment in which fucking Mayweather lit Big Show's face up.
Oh, No Way Out. I remember that. That was my birthday.
Dude, he hit his face.
Yeah, no, he broke his nose
with
for real.
4 punches in less than a second.
Yeah, and Big Show said on the show, he goes, "Yo, I told Mayweather to keep throwing me punches." He goes, "I don't want no whiff shit. I want to look real." And that ended up breaking his nose for real. Because you don't tell the best boxer in the world to really punch me in the face.
Exactly. He goes, "Dude, listen, if I'm gonna bring it, I'm gonna bring it."
Yeah. Because Big Show said, because Mayweather was like, "What do I do? Do I like my little light?" And Big Show goes, "You're a boxer. Act like one."
But
he knocked him straight in the fucking face.
I think my second. Let me knock that down because that was great. But that was my second one. But I think my number one out of all is Mike Tyson, the DX, Stone Cold.
I can imagine.
They teased the whole thing with him being aligned with DX, and it fit because he was that kind of badass. That he was a counterculture. He didn't give a fuck what anybody thought.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, Mike turned and was, basically a Stone Cold guy.
Yep.
Which was like, oh, I get it now. He's more Stone Cold fucking kind of personality than the DX one.
Yep.
That fit for that's probably my favorite of all time.
And that was also an iconic moment. I mean, no one ever forgets Stone Cold and Shawn with Mike Tyson there. That'll always be remembered in WWE history for one of the best main events. Just for Mike Tyson being there alone. For me, it's Mayweather and Big Show for the simple fact that it all just made sense. Mayweather, like you said, the David versus Goliath story, but most importantly, it was WWE's Giant versus the boxing Giant, regardless of size. I love when he brought the Giant boxing glove out. And Vince even said it himself. He pulled Mayweather aside and said, "You have a knack for this shit. If you ever want to come to our world," he's kind of like a Conor McGregor. He had the personality, the show-off attitude. He flew off the page. When he had his crew behind him, it all just fit perfectly.
Well, you also,
it made sense.
You also get the cross culture in which happens within the wrestling world and sports, where you get, like you mentioned, like the Damian Lillard who are fans of wrestling.
Dude, he dressed up as Stone Cold with the mask and everything at Halloween last year.
Look at the Milwaukee Bucks. Their ritual is they do wrestling matches before a game.
LeBron James reps the Undertaker shirt every other week.
He gave out championship belts when they won the NBA championship.
Well, the WWE does that for every sport, and Kevin Love rocked that shit like a gem when the Cavaliers.
Yeah,
won.
Triple H, he gives out like for the Super Bowls and stuff.
Everyone,
like that.
even hockey, like Stanley Cup, soccer, women's basketball, whoever wins a championship in the main sport.
Wouldn't it be fucking cool to just get that shit? You get podcaster of the year,
and you get a belt,
and you get a fucking belt. That'd be fucking
I put
awesome.
that shit on the highest of highs.
I will wear that shit like a Mark Heavy.
OD.
Heavy.
And they would make our Turnbuckle Tabloid Mike side plates. Well, that shit is hot. That'd be awesome.
But you also look at the cross breeding of, you know, you get the UFC fighters, the MMA fighters who become wrestlers. You know, you get early on you got Ken Shamrock, you had Dan Severinsen. These guys went in another field and they went into the field of wrestling.
A lot of the stars we know that came from a wrestling background, from a football background. I always treat Kurt Angle as one of my favorite wrestlers of all time because he came from normal wrestling and came in and he said he had no idea what the fuck he was doing, and he managed to be, I think, one of the best wrestlers of all time.
Shit, I remember when in the NFL where guys were doing the Booker T, where they'll look at the hand,
the spin-a-rooney,
and the spin-a-rooney would happen. You get the guys who were doing a rock, and they'll do the people's elbow on the ground and shit like that.
The amount of times I've seen them stone cold stun their teammates when for a touchdown.
Look at Gronk. Gronk was just recently there.
Yep, Gronk, the Ball family, LeVar Ball, and they were there.
Yeah, that's different. The motherfuckers was just paid to get on that shit. I'm talking about people who love the business.
Gronk loves the business, 100%. Gronkowski is for sure a person who loved the business, and it's unfortunate. I think Tom Brady really sold him a good package there in Tampa.
Look at just what happened recently. Pat McCaffrey.
Yeah, Pat McAfee.
Well, look at him.
Yeah, and the dude, I think, put on a clinic. I thought he put on a great fucking match.
Thought it was fantastic. Look at, like Henry mentioned, Tom Lawler, you know, the King Mo. These guys are, John Cena was a high school and college football player. Like, these guys all slided. Look at that. Little bit. Nicole says Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey.
Everybody makes their transition. Look, Sonya Deville.
Let me ask you this, though.
Shayna Baszler.
Let me ask you this, though. We see a lot of sports athletes transferring to WWE. As a wrestling fan, a diehard wrestling fan, do you take that as kind of an offense, as of like every single athlete thinks this could be their retirement plan to get a quick check and learn how to do the wrestling business? Like it's not serious.
Well, it's different because
I think a few people want to come in here and try to get a quick check.
I didn't like what Ronda did, where she fucking stepped in, they were making her money, and then she shit on it
and just left.
And I don't give a fuck about that she left, but she shit on it. It's like, you're basically doing way too much by saying too much. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, honestly.
That's what bothers me. Like, when I find out that Gronk wants to be a part of the company, or even Daniel Cormier.
Right.
Rumors
Cormier is the kind of guy that I would say, you know what, he fits perfectly. He loves it.
But
Conor McGregor
but I want to know
fits
you.
perfectly.
But I want to know you love it, because there are people out here who love.
No, Cormier loves wrestling. He's a big wrestling fan.
There are people who love the business, who train from 13 years old, who try to get in this business, and just because you're a good tight end in football, you get a quick, easy slot here on the main roster.
Right.
It bothers me sometimes. Like Gronkowski, I'm not gonna lie, I did not want him anywhere near the TV, because it's just like, oh, you were a great tight end, but what wrestling experience do you have? Pat McCaffrey.
I mean, who really does have wrestling experience? Let's be honest here.
These people who are busting their ass, and that's the point I'm trying to make. It's not about.
But when you see McCaffrey step in, it's like, yo.
When sports athletes come to wrestling, it's about the face to the name. I guarantee you, if LeBron James went to Vince McMahon today and said, "I want a match at WrestleMania," the contract's set, let's do it, Vince would say yes. Not because he has wrestling experience. He could even walk into WrestleMania with no wrestling experience, and it could be a roll-up pin for the win. Because it's LeBron James, it creates money.
Now, it's funny because a little bit she puts up a point about Holly Holmes and Shayna Baszler.
Holly
Holmes and Ronda Rousey. Can Holly Holmes transition into wrestling?
Not anymore.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, she can. I mean, Ronda Rousey's goons have done it. I mean, I think people, I said before, football is the easiest transition. Scratch that. I think now, more than ever, we're seeing the MMA, UFC field transfer over to WWE very easily. Shayna Baszler's, Sonya Deville's.
Look at Cain Velasquez as well.
Cain Velasquez. Mercedes Martinez has MMA background. A lot of people who have an MMA background are transferring over to WWE because it's kind of a lot of grappling.
My whole thing is that I don't want them to think that wrestling is that easy to get into.
That's what pisses me off.
Yeah,
These
that I
in
can
thinking
understand.
It's a joke and it's an easy paycheck.
Yeah.
When guys like Tyson Kidd have been trained since he was 12 years old to do the fucking thing.
That I want. That I can say is like I don't want them to say like, yo, well, anybody can do it.
That's my problem.
Well, look at what happened with LT and Bam Bam, man. Henry will know, and a lot of guys will know as well. When LT figured like, yeah, I could do this. After the match, and this is a guy who was known as a fucking beast on the football field. After his match, they had to carry him to the back because he was so blown up.
He was done.
He didn't even know, and he was still in the game.
And that's what I want.
He didn't know that it was that much work.
See, but that's what I want everyone to know before they come into this thing. It's not a joke. It's a very serious profession, and it takes a lot of skill. Do I welcome sports athletes into the business? Absolutely. But I want you to show me that you belong. Like, everyone wants Enes Kanter to be in WWE because he's a big WWE fan. No. Your only reasoning is that you're a WWE fan? I'm a WWE fan. Does that mean I can wrestle?
Bring me Manute Bol Jr. to come in and play.
Like, it has to make sense, and I have to see passion on your face when you do it. Simple.
Yeah. Before we close it out, because I got a fucking draft to do in a minute.
Have
I got
fun.
another one.
And that's gonna be like 2 hours. Have fun. That's gonna be like defense and everything.
What person in the sports field you think can transition into wrestling now that's not there yet?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah?
Conor McGregor. Done. That's it. He has the charisma. He has the attitude. He could easily, if Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey get over for being MMA only, so could Conor. It's the obvious choice. It just makes sense to me. Conor McGregor flies off the page in UFC. You can only imagine what he'll do in WWE with a script and with fucking time on a mic. People find Conor McGregor most entertaining when he's on the mic. He is the only, correct me if I'm wrong, he is the only time that press conferences are must-watch television. Am I wrong?
Oh, definitely. Because
so imagine him in the middle of a ring with a microphone
I
telling
always
someone
said,
off
I
about
always
a
said
fucking...
Chael Sonnen should have been a fucking wrestler. He should have been in wrestling.
Yeah.
What's my other guy? Was it Mondoval?
Who?
Oh my God! What the fuck is his name? The baddest motherfucker in UFC.
Shit. Will? Can we call Will? I don't. Chuck Liddell?
Chuck could have, yeah, but he tasted it for a little bit.
Did he?
He tasted it a little bit.
I guess not enough. I guess he didn't like it.
No. Oh my God. What is his name, guys? I know you know what it is. Daniel Cormier. Yeah, definitely.
Cormier is one that I think will happen eventually. I think if you love the business like he does, there's an opportunity for that to happen for sure. I also think a couple of NBA players could definitely get that role. I definitely think maybe maybe a Dwight Howard or like a good personality needs to fit.
Masvidal, that's his name.
Masvidal.
Masvidal, definitely. And even the Diaz brothers, Nate and fucking Nick.
Yeah.
They could have transitioned into fucking wrestling easily.
It's just like you need to show me that you could grab a mic and talk. Wrestling is more than just the wrestling. It's character, it's charisma. Still. You need to go on a microphone and cut a promo. I'm sorry, Ronda Rousey could not cut a promo, and it made me not like her. She could. It's important. Every single factor matters in the business, and when you get athletes like Floyd Money Mayweather who can do both, it makes my standards higher for these other guys like Gronk, and which by the way was pussy to fucking jump off the top, and Vince had to show him to do it.
You gotta understand too, man.
Like, dude, come on. Like Vince in the 70s.
You got a 74-year-old man that could do it.
And then he goes, really, Gronk? So I think there's an opportunity in the future for more of this. They're even saying Mike Tyson and Jericho is going to happen in AEW eventually. We're going to see it again. But I think for what it's done, it's put wrestling on the platform, mainstream more, and I think it actually introduced a good coalition between ESPN and WWE.
Yeah.
A good relationship there.
All right, guys. So when we come back, we have much more in store. We have Wrestling Rundown as well as Around the Square Circle. For you guys who've been watching on Facebook Live, thanks again for checking in. And, as always, this is not the full show. We have more that's coming out. Download it on the the podcast streaming sites. Google Play, Spotify, iHeart. It's there. And we see it. You guys are downloading and streaming it. But more and more of you need to do it. So make sure you check us out on there. This is only a piece and only a segment. So be a part of the family, and be a part of Turnbuckle Tabloid. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. We will return. Check you guys in a sec. More to come. Laters.
Yep.
You're listening to a podcast where the host may or may not have masturbated to Nyla Rose. You're listening to Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of Turnbuckle Tabloid. This is Wrestling Rundown.
It's funny because people are arguing about whether they should watch Cobra Kai, whatever, and how to watch it. It's like they couldn't watch it unless it was on that. They had that YouTube Premium.
Which, like I'm saying,
I think we had it though.
What, YouTube Red?
Yeah, because
No, we still have YouTube Red.
Yeah.
I just didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Because I never watched the original Karate Kid, so I didn't know.
No, you should watch the original Karate Kid.
I will.
It's so cheesy.
Well, that's the best part of Kung Fu movies.
Awesome. Especially the first two. Matter of fact, you have to watch 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the ones you got to pay attention to.
Well, here's my list, if you want to know my list real quick.
Okay.
It's Finished Community, then Pulp Fiction, and then I want to watch The Boys. So, and then The Mandalorian was just announced for October 30th to come back.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and you already know what bullshit's going to happen there. It's going to be insane. Like, as much as people could sit here in their house and say, COVID has me so bored I want to die, I'm like, it's called find a show and binge it.
Did you get the Baby Yoda pop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The first one.
Yeah.
Which they're making one with Mandalorian holding the Baby Yoda.
Oh.
And his helmet's chrome.
Oh.
Like, I need to get it. I was like, I was waiting for that one. Like, I want him holding Baby Yoda, and it's in his pod too. Come on, son. Like TV. I think the TV world's doing all right for COVID.
Yeah. But the movie industry is doing well as in the same gap. The same kind of idea because even though you can't go to a theater, you can watch it in the fucking house.
By the way, two things. It's opening soon, so we should go to those old classic movies for $5.
Hell yeah!
That's first off. Which we got to pick which ones.
I want to go with you because there's a lot of stuff that you've never seen.
Yes, that I want to see in the theaters.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So that'll be cool.
That's cool. And then second question is, what are your thoughts on? This is like the hot topic of the movie world right now. What are your thoughts on the whole Mulan being $30? Because people are saying that one side's saying that they understand because they have to make their money back, but other people are also saying that I would be paying $12 for a ticket.
Well,
so why am I going to pay extra?
The other backlash for that is that they were saying that the lead actress is saying that she was for police brutality.
Oh. Yo, is she? Yikers.
Yeah.
Mushu's about to kick her ass. Well, Mushu's not in the movie, but there's already reviews for that movie, and IGN's the highest grade with an 8, but I heard the rest of people saying it's a pooper. It sucks. So, no. But I'm assuming you're going to try it out.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
But, dude, when we find out the list for the classics, we're
by the
going.
way, you finally got to see Muppets now?
Yes, I did, and Howard is a mookie mook. Yo,
I love him.
I love Howard, but I gotta give the tip of the hat to the Swedish Chef segment was the best.
Oh no,
because it was a spin-off on Chopped. It was fucking awesome.
You know who's my guy? Definitely is my guy.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely is my dude.
Dead ass. Now I thought it was a good concept. I only watched one episode.
He bodies fucking
yeah.
He bodies her.
I only watched episode 1, but that's only because
you only saw 1. Oh,
dude! It's only because I'm so focused on finishing Community.
I'm ashamed of you. But the Muppet shows like that, the Muppet Now is quick.
I know, but like I said, it's either I'm playing Last of Us 2 right now, or I'm watching Community. It's like those two. But you know what? Maybe tonight I'll and watch the Muppets Now. Maybe I'll chill and do that for the night. So.
As always, I'm the Howard Stern of this segment to my Robin Ophelia Quivers Olskey. So Olskey, take it away.
All right. Ring of the bell, and which, by the way, we should start every wrestling rundown with a bell.
You're right. We should.
With like the
put that in the notes.
The ding ding ding.
Yeah.
First piece of news we have here is that there has been a confirmation by WWE this week that they have released AOP. Authors of Pain have been released by WWE, and the world is surprised. A lot of people saying that they had a lot of potential. They're big brutes getting released. I'm assuming this has to happen due to their health always getting hurt, and maybe them just not getting it. Red, what are your thoughts on the release of AOP, and do you think they still have a future in professional wrestling? Because I think New Japan could kick their asses real quick and put them into shape.
No, they should be gone
From wrestling in general?
Yeah, fuck them. Like
You know what?
I would not be surprised if they don't come back to wrestling.
Really? I think Impact will call them tomorrow and be like, "Yo, for cheap, we'll put you on the tag team division." Because their tag team division needs that.
The good thing about it is that Paul Ellering is a free agent as well, so they could bring him in and do that. But you can't bring in leadership without knowing how to fucking school these guys how to be wrestlers. They need to be trained. I thought they brought them to the main roster
way too early.
Way too early.
I think that's Vince's fault because he sees big brutes and he goes, "I'm hard. Put him on the show."
Terrible. It was horrible. And to be honest, I liked AOP and NXT because it fit them.
Yeah.
And
I did, and plus the whole Paul Ellering thing was dope.
And they were in matches where the wrestlers that were with them made them look good.
Yeah.
But they were shit. To me, they're shit.
Yeah, no, they're green as goose shit.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
And they're a liability. The reason why they get hurt so much is because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. A lot of people thought they had potential. I think that if they get their shit right and they learn from scratch, there's a possibility I want to see them again, but only at other promotions. I think Ring of Honor might be a good place to
that'll be good for them.
Get their craft up.
Yeah.
Like I know you're saying that you might not want to see them anymore, but maybe let's give them a chance to go
not
somewhere else.
I know that I won't see them anymore. I'm saying that I wouldn't be surprised if they don't wrestle again.
Yeah.
Stupid, 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 stupid.
It has been confirmed also by WWE that Mauro Ranallo will no longer be with the company. Very sad news, basically for everyone. Just because how much we love Mauro.
As the train goes by.
But Mauro Ranallo said on a later tweet that he is not leaving on negative terms. Ranallo missed the last 2 NXT shows so he could be with his mother, who has been hospitalized. So basically, it seems like Mauro Ranallo will be leaving for other projects and taking care of his mother. The wrestling world is very upset. Yep, it's basically like a passing. It's very unfortunate. Mauro Ranallo being the best commentator in the company. I mean, let's just be real. All right, let's keep this going. He didn't die. I mean, it's in our hearts. Sure, he died. But you know what? Everyone, take your hats off and salute. You know it's sad when the only good commentator in the company gets the fucking the trumpets of death. It's unreal. But WWE and Mauro Ranallo have mutually and amicably agreed to part ways. Yes, I use that word by a quote. Red, please take it away because that trumpet just put everything in a sad mood. Now I'm sad.
Yeah, you know what? To be honest. I'm more on the fence too. I think I fucked with WWE about this. Is like, dude,
really,
you seem more than a problem than anything.
Well, this is his fourth time.
You left because you couldn't deal with it because of your depression. You left because of this mother thing. You left because you seem like a fucking diva at this moment. Like honestly.
Yeah, well,
I love Ranallo. I do love him, but
he is the main commentator for WWE Battleground.
But if I find out that this motherfucker went to AEW and he's now
I'd be like, go fuck yourself.
I'd be like, go fuck yourself, my guy. Fuck you.
I just think that it comes down to
he knows he said that he played the business. I'd be like, okay, that's cool, but you a bitch for that, yo. Honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like his depression and now his mother's hospitalized. Like, it definitely could take a toll on him.
Whatever. I'm like, for some reason, I think there's more to that, and you'll find out that he'll pop up in AEW, and now he's gonna be with fucking JR and Tony Schiavone. What the fuck?
Wow,
that's ridiculous.
Up next, former WWE star Al Snow has been accused by multiple wrestlers of being sexist and unprofessional towards female trainees.
No!
No
shit!
The claim is from AEW star Abaddon.
It's like we say in Spanish. No me diga.
Which, do you want to hear some quotes that she has from Al Snow?
Sure.
She says this, that Al Snow has said this word by word for quote. Can you be more attractive so we could book you? You are too fat to be doing flips. You are not the Undertaker, so stop. I continue to take their souls and rip their flesh from bone. In another tweet, Abaddon said that this was said in front of everyone who was at the seminar. This happened at a seminar. She also said, my personal favorite, if this was a dildo on a pole match, you guys would actually work better. And so basically she's trying to expose Al Snow for being sexist and saying very dirty pig-like comments to the workers in the back, saying on Twitter that this is why I feel uncomfortable in locker rooms nowadays, and it's kind of like PTSD.
Oh my God, here we go.
Which, by the way, with your kind of gimmick...
Fuck we go.
Which, by the way, Abaddon, your gimmick really shouldn't be making you come out as a pussy, but, man, go ahead, Red.
All right, here the fuck we go. Okay, fine, granted. All right.
Those comments were a little too mean. They were kind of fucked up.
You think so?
But not OD to, like, post them. I don't think it was that serious. But.
Al Snow's been known to be a dick in the business for the years.
He says Dave Meltzer's the best person in the business. He said that on YouShoot.
But regardless of the fact, this is just who he is. But at the end of the day, what you just said that he said to her,
yeah,
I don't see anything wrong with it. Honestly, I really don't.
Well, I think he's just being a realist, right? You're too fat to do flips.
To him, it's a realist because, like I said, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, but a lot of them stink. But that's what it is. But the whole shit is that now everybody on this Me Too shit, this fucking, what's the other fucking hashtag?
No idea.
Fuck you, or what the fuck?
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you matters.
Everything is about this hashtag to be to call out. Just because somebody's telling you that your work isn't good doesn't mean that they're bashing you because you're a female. It's because they're looking at you as a fucking worker.
As a talent. Well,
right.
What do you think about the comment him saying, I wish you were more beautiful so we could book you?
That's not been heard before. Because men go through the same shit.
Yeah.
Men go through the same business. It's like, yo,
you don't have a look. You don't got a look.
If you don't have a look, if you look like Christopher Daniels, then maybe you'll get over. But if you look like Chris Masters, you're fucking over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Would you rather somebody just shine your ass and say it's beautiful just cause, or you would rather somebody fucking let you know the real thing? You need to fucking work on your ass to make it look beautiful. Like
you got dingleberries hanging there.
I would rather tell me directly that this podcast needs better things
than suck my.
Somebody go, yo, your shit is awesome. It's amazing.
There's not one blip and error in the entire thing. It's like, no, we know there is.
I'd rather take
harsh criticism than bullshit.
Exactly. What the fuck is? And by the way, have you seen her without the makeup?
Yes,
she's pretty.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl. She is. But that's the gimmick.
Yep.
But come on, man. Y'all need to stop with this shit. It's too OD. Everybody wants a fucking social media clout because they didn't like me. Nobody's not gonna like you. They're not. And that's just the business. They're not gonna like you.
Yep.
Stop.
Well, get ready for the next one because you're about to love this next news story.
Okay.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
Get ready for this one. On Chris Jericho's podcast this week.
Here we go. Hold on. Can I get a beer?
Sure.
Yeah, talk about it.
But I don't know if you're ready for this one.
Right.
On this week's episode of Chris Jericho's podcast, he broke the script and gave a lot of praise to Orange Cassidy. The number one praise he said was I can't even say this with a straight face. Orange Cassidy reminds him of Kane.
Oh, what? Wait, hold on. What the fuck? What?
He said.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I gotta hear this. I didn't even see this in the fucking in the dirt sheets. What?
He says on the podcast. He said, and I quote, "What's the character? How does he react and how does he walk? How does he do things? He reminds me of a lot of Kane. Bubba Ray Dudley would get this. He reminds me of a lot like Kane in a way that Kane knew exactly what his character was. He knew exactly what he would do. He knew exactly how he would sell and how he would get the offense. And you could suggest a bunch of things to Glenn Jacobs. Okay, let me try it this way. He knew exactly who he was in the ring, and believe it or not, Orange Cassidy is exactly the same. They know their roles, and they know how to do them great. Chris Jericho, not me."
Okay. All right.
It kind of saved me at the end because
all right,
kind of a point.
All right.
But
yes, he has a point with that. He does.
Okay, so go ahead. What do you think about that statement?
No, he's right.
Wow. Okay.
He's right. He's right. He is right.
I thought at first I thought it was a comparison in terms of skill and fucking.
No. As gimmick wise, he's right. He is right.
Okay.
No, and honestly,
I kind of respect that.
Yeah. Jericho knows certain elements that make it feasible to say that. Yeah, he's a boy. When you're selling the gimmick, yeah.
I think that's a good point because just because you know, no one's saying you're the five. Chris Jericho's not saying he's a 5-star wrestler. No one's saying he's a god.
No,
but Jericho's saying
as to sell the gimmick. Yeah.
But Jericho's saying that he knows what gimmick he has and he knows how to make it good.
No, he's right. He is right. Definitely.
So that's a good check for Chris Jericho for this week, right?
I got scared for a second.
I did too. I didn't read it fully.
Yeah, I got scared for a second, but yeah. But yeah, no, he's correct with that.
Y2J is telling you, if you can't say something entertaining, then shut the hell up.
Rey Mysterio, besides being injured, is getting his own show that will be broadcasted on Cartoon Network Latin America with a story about him as a wrestler. Supposedly the villains on the show are big luchador wrestlers like Braun Strowman kind of guys. And it'll be about the life of Rey Mysterio as a wrestler at his old age, trying to win back the fans. Lucha style. How can we find this on the Fire Stick? Because I want to watch this.
I want to watch this too, and
I'm intrigued.
The only thing that bothers me about this is the fact that I think it shouldn't just be on Cartoon Network Latin. It should be on
Cartoon Network
everywhere. Yeah, it's awesome.
English dropped this. Yeah, it reminds me of a Mucha Lucha.
It should be on fucking WWE Network. I think it's awesome.
I think so. Ever watch Mucha Lucha?
Yeah.
Kind of have that Mucha Lucha vibe.
I think it's cool. I think it should work that way.
I'm very excited for Ray as he gets older because you can just see the opportunities that are being given to him for the kids and all over the place.
Yeah, that shit is cool. I think it works for him, and I think that should be something that should be more broad than just the Latin Cartoon Network. I see that as that actually would bring in a bigger audience for the WWE. So,
absolutely.
Let's see if that happens in the future.
Because I sunned you.
Wow, I wonder who said that. Was that a Republican? My bad. It has been confirmed that on September 15th, it'll be Nick Aldis versus the returning Mike Bennett for the NWA heavyweight title at UWN Primetime.
What the fuck is that?
That is supposedly a pay-per-view on Fight or something. But
did we get paid for that?
No, but it made it sound good, right? That's my job. That's my job here. To make shit sound good.
Patreon coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. Like what?
Quick side note. Mike Bennett announced this on a promo, and this is what I'm pissed off about. NWA only gave you part of the promo, and if you wanted to listen to the whole promo, you had to pay a Patreon of $10.
All right, I'm done with that shit. All right, where we at?
I have to announce to you
that
I will never retire.
No, I gotta hear your reaction.
Really?
Never retire.
No. Why?
See, I want to hear this reaction. That's fucking ridiculous, right? Like, now you're paying for promos. They gave you part of it, and they said if you want to listen to the whole one, it's $10. Oh, and by the way, uncensored was $15.
What? What the fuck is this? What is this? What is this?
A cash grab. Because supposedly he shot on WWE, so it was $15.
Wait. Mike he's the one that shot.
He shot the promo, but NWA put it on their page saying if you want to listen to the whole one, you have to go to our account and pay for it.
Who gives a fuck?
Nobody. That's why no one bought it. I mean, media
Unless
probably
he was
bought
fucking
it.
taking a car engine to the fucking head and died.
Wow.
Who would pay for?
Wow.
Who would pay for a promo like that?
I don't know, but are you excited to see Mike Bennett at least wrestle? Now, I don't know anymore after what this sellout shit was, but.
Oh, is this what you wanted? To start the
yeah, absolutely.
Right,
Side note that.
Okay.
But
No!
not happy with that.
Who the fuck would pay for a?
That's like Ken Broadway in House of Glory saying a promo, and then House of Glory charges you $10 for watching it.
No. It's like I tell you, your opening salvo, we're doing the fucking 15 minutes, but you gotta pay for the next 5.
Yeah.
For what? Who cares? And then the rest of the episode is free.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Which, by the way, you do realize NWA, someone could just really easily screen record the promo and post it online, right?
It's like porn. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, motherfuckers do it for OnlyFans. Thank you. Yo, you guys are the real fucking heroes. For all
Yeah,
you guys.
facts. All you people exposing these OnlyFans broads, I
You guys are
appreciate you.
fucking. You guys are awesome.
You're all
bro.
soldiers.
I get to beat off on your 5 minutes of
free.
fucking OnlyFans for free. Thanks.
Shazam!
You guys are the real heroes, bro. Real American heroes.
I'm done. So the next piece of news we have is one that I think Red will be definitely happy about, and something that he's been predicting for a while. After NXT that has been on Super Tuesday for the past couple of weeks, it has been reported that Vince McMahon and WWE are in serious talks with USA Network to put NXT on Tuesday nights permanently. Permanently, yeah. For forever.
Apparently, there was a contradiction to that because I listened to a report that said months ago the USA Network had brought this initiative to Vince and he denied it. He debunked it and said no, we're not doing that. So,
but now you have to look at the ratings and how it's helping NXT extremely.
So
NXT is
fucking stupid.
NXT is doing NXT and AEW on separate nights. They're hitting like 900,000.
If you wanted to be,
they're almost a mil.
If you wanted to be smart and if you wanted to be at least open to the wrestling fans, have some fucking consideration to the people who watch this.
Yeah.
Do this for them.
Well, Brad Shepard said, he goes, I think it's very clear that these shows should be on separate nights.
So they're talking about doing it on Tuesdays, right? So I'm like, okay, you're really not acknowledging the fact that Impact is going to
Well, they're saying Tuesdays or Thursday.
Right, okay.
Those are the 2 days they're thinking about.
So if you want to bully somebody, so Impact, you could bully them to Thursdays because there's nothing on Thursdays.
Yep.
The only thing that you have to worry about on Thursdays when the season starts, sports-wise, is football and basketball.
Yeah.
And with the reach that Impact is getting, they're okay with the numbers they get.
Yeah, they're cool with it. They're content right now.
So you can go to Tuesdays.
Well,
and do you want to battle Impact or do you want to battle fucking Thursdays where football and fucking basketball is going to be the problem?
Well, people are also saying, which we're going to the next news story, that AEW might have something to say about that in the future. But so that's what I have to say.
About what?
It's the next story. But
you might as well put it now.
But Tony Khan has officially announced that they're in the next year. There's a brand new AEW show that will be televised weekly. It's not AEW Dark. He said it's confirmed. He said he doesn't have the name yet, and there's a lot of work left. He said, but by this time next year, the show will be up and running and on TNT on a different day. It's like their SmackDown.
It'll be on Saturdays.
And I'm okay with that.
Because
I don't think it'll be on Saturday because that's the pay-per-view nights.
No, but they'll do it, and it's fine because they'll do it just like remember like Velocity or Sunday Night Heat or whatever.
Oh no, Tony Khan said I'm specifically. This is like our big show.
It'll be done that way. Believe me, Saturdays they're following the method of the WCW.
Yeah, like their
old
Thunder
on TV. Not even like when WCW years ago had like the Saturday nights on the 6:05. They're following, which is awesome. That's a great fucking thing to do. It's fine. But NXT, it's not saying, because people are like, just take it as an L, you lost. It's like, no, it's not like you lost. The fact is that you win because you look at the numbers that you got on this Tuesday, and it was big numbers.
Yeah, no, they do. Like they
and you're doing too much counter programming when you don't need it. It's not needed.
Yep.
And USA is going to say, listen, if you don't move the show, you're not going to be here anymore.
Yeah, USA is not playing no games lately because they're seeing with TNT.
Exactly.
And
it's like
on,
they're not
fucking.
They want the numbers. They love the numbers. They love the 800,000, 900,000 numbers. They love it.
It's one of their top shows.
But if you move it and you can get to almost 1 million on the numbers,
dude, AW had 900,000 this week. NXT had around the 8.
Yeah,
they're rounding to 1 million now when they were like 5 together. Why?
But Vince is a stubborn bitch to sit there, and somebody goes, well, Vince is going to be sitting there and talking about, well, we did the same thing with the Monday Night Raw. The Monday Night Raw and the WCW Nitro numbers, and we won there. But no, here's the difference. You came in on Monday nights. WCW came in after you.
Yep.
And
in competition, on purpose.
They were whipping your ass.
So much that WWE was about to fold.
For a long time.
Yeah.
You started first. AEW came in on Wednesday first.
Yeah.
You're the ones that say, well, we're going to do it too. No,
you
stupid.
pull a WCW.
No, stupid. Listen, take the L. I don't even say take the L. Just move.
Yep, it's better. It's for the better of the business.
I don't get it. And if it doesn't happen, then
I'll be
NXT and WWE gets what they deserve.
Yes, which is lower ratings.
Exactly.
Shade button, please. In an update to the Velveteen Dream situation, it has been confirmed as to why Velveteen Dream wasn't released and wasn't fired. Turns out, a simple loophole and technicality made Velveteen Dream's actions legal in the state of Florida. Here we go. The Velveteen Dream's attorney proved that he did not break any laws and that not one of his conversations constituted an actual offense, as it isn't illegal to speak to minors online or ask them any questions. Meanwhile, in relation to the main accuser, who was 17, it is legally allowed to enter into any kind of consensual relationship in the state of Florida with a man of the dream's age during the time of conversations began. To be more specific, Florida statutory rape law is violated when a person has consensual sexual intercourse with an individual under age 18. So 18 and below her. However, close in age exemptions, quote unquote, exists, which allows minors aged 16 or 17 to engage in sexual intercourse with a partner no older than 23.
Let me ask you.
Velveteen Dream is 23.
I got to ask you because I know you were very heavy and weren't happy about it going on. What do you think about what that statement says?
This is the proof I needed. I'm happy.
Okay, let's think about it like this. You were in high school, right?
Yeah.
Of course you were, right? You were 17, junior, senior in high school, right? Whatever the case is.
17, I think I was...
Senior.
Senior. Maybe even more. Yeah, around there. Whatever.
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
Okay, or maybe let's say you were 18. And then, sir, would it have been wrong in your eyes to date a 15-year-old?
No, but it's a little weird. The age, I feel like 15's a little too young.
But this is what I'm saying. Okay, so if you're a senior in high school and you date a freshman, is that wrong?
I've seen it happen. I wouldn't do it myself, but it's not technically wrong. I've seen it done.
Okay.
Because how old are you when you were a freshman? You're like
14.
14, and you're 18. It's a little weird, in my opinion.
Right.
I wouldn't do it, but I've seen it happen.
But how many times have you seen that?
I've seen it in Christ the King all the time.
Like senior prom that you see a younger girl
all the time. You know how many times girls go to you know how many girls who were freshmen and sophomores went to my prom because they were dating my seniors?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's like,
oh no, this is the validation it gave me. I'm fine with it now.
Oh, okay.
Because I got proof. What were your thoughts on it? Because now it's done. Now Velveteen Dream will walk onto the stage on NXT clean.
Oh well, for me, it's like, yeah, it could be justified. But my old mindset also is like, dude, you're 23 years old. What the fuck are you doing, dog?
Exactly.
Yeah,
but he got away with the loophole and
it's the
catch of the goalie.
It's the what's his name? The other one, that the redneck motherfucker that got, not Enzo, the other guy, the other one that got thrown out of WWE because of that shit.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now. I have no idea.
That was in a fucking the No Chin.
Oh, James Ellsworth.
Him.
No Chin. I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, him. He got the loophole as well.
Yeah.
The redneck fucking state you live in, whatever.
You're fired.
On Chris Jericho's podcast this week as well, someone asked him the question about Brock Lesnar possibly going to AEW, and Chris Jericho said the following: "I doubt it. Him and Vince McMahon have a love-hate relationship like a weird, odd married couple. They'll fight one day and then hug and make out the next. He'll be back in WWE within the next year. Mark my words." Your thoughts on that?
That was gonna basically be talk on the rundown is like his free agency, but Brock's not stupid. Especially he has a circle of people who know his business wise.
Yep.
If he can't, the only thing everybody's gonna, it's either he's gonna go to AEW or he'll go back to UFC. He hasn't done the fucking testing. He still refuses to do that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, well, damn. The big
he's
money.
refusing to do the COVID testing?
No, the UCITA testing.
Oh.
And the big thing was that is because the money match that everybody wants to see is him and John Jones.
Yeah, he just called him out.
Not even that. They've been wanting to see this for years.
Do you think he might do one more fight?
I think it was a year or two ago that's where it was lined up, but
I kind of want to see that.
I definitely want to see it.
I think Brock should have one more fight in UFC. I'm cool with that.
But he doesn't want to take the UCITA because
he has bad health with that. He almost
died. Well, we don't know. We don't know what his testing is. You don't know why the fuck it is. WWE is probably letting him pass with a lot of shit that he's been taking.
Yeah.
But dude, you're in your 40s. Game is almost over. You make $8 million. You have made $8 million a year.
Can I be honest with you, Red?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to cut you off. I think Brock Lesnar's the first one I could say that you said he's almost done. I don't see him stop wrestling. The way he's in shape, I don't think he'll ever stop wrestling until
he made.
If he wants to retire on his own terms, that's great. But in terms of health,
$8 million a year. He lives in Canada where the money is not that fucking.
No, I'm saying, but in terms of health, the dude,
he's good. Like
the dude has like a 35-year-old body, like not even a 30.
Fine, regardless of that. But at the end of the day, it's like he can call his own shots. We talked about it when Rich was on it. He can call his own shots.
He has that power.
We look up what's his net worth. Let's do it quick. Let's see what's Brock Lesnar's net worth.
All right, I got you right now.
Honestly, because he doesn't really need to do anything. He's a fucking multi-millionaire.
Brock Lesnar's net worth is 12. No. It doesn't. It says his net worth stands at a total of $22 million.
Dude, honestly, for not doing shit.
Yeah.
And this is a guy that doesn't have outside businesses like a fucking like a what you call it, like a fucking fitness facilities or a fucking vitamin supplements and shit like that. This is him working.
Yep.
And he makes $22 million. He doesn't have movies. He makes $22 million a year to sit on his ass. And he lives in Canada. His house is probably paid for.
He's living. He's done. He
doesn't have to do anything.
Might as well his wife made some couple of money herself.
Yeah. So everybody's going, oh, he could go to AEW. Why would he go to AEW for what?
For what?
What's there for him?
Nothing.
First of all, they can't afford him.
He ain't going to WWE. He ain't going to AEW.
And if
they can afford him, but they'll be broke after that.
They can't afford him because what are you going to use him for? It's like we spoke about with Rich. He has the Hulk Hogan mentality. You go to AEW, he's going to go to AEW. He's like, I work when the fuck I want to work. They paying him $8 million, $9 million WWE. You're going to have to pay him $12 million to come in once a year.
Let me say something, bro. Vince has two best friends in the company, like two brothers, like that. His family, Undertaker, and Brock Lesnar. Undertaker said it on the Last Ride documentary. Those three are always next to each other at the dinner table. They're family. Undertaker even said it again on the show when there were rumors about him going to AEW. He was like, I told Vince, what the fuck were you thinking? I'm not going over there. I'm loyal. And as much as Brock could say whatever he wants, him and Vince are best friends. They're fucking lovers. They probably had sex before.
Vince is going to Vince is going to be one of those that rather than give him a contract, he will pay him on the one-shots. And that's it.
Legend's contract.
And that's it. And just give him the one-shots. And that's it. Be like, look, I'll give you $10 million for 5 years. You don't do shit. You don't have to. And he'll be like, okay.
Yep.
He's worked it. And I'll give you the open fucking window to go to UFC and make money there.
Sign. Where do I sign?
Whatever. And UFC, the heavyweight division is trash.
Yeah, it's not good right now.
So
their champion's very good.
They need him.
Yeah. Imagine him versus what's the champion's name? Sorry, I'm just getting into UFC. The heavyweight champion, Miocic. He just beat Cormier.
Miocic.
Imagine him versus Lesnar.
That'll be great.
Whew,
but
I'd love it.
That's not going to get there. That's not going to get there. You'll never see that.
Nope.
If it does happen,
I'd love to see
UFC is going to pay him
buku
money.
Yeah. Dana White I think Dana White would put the money up for one more fight.
No.
Because they might put him in the UFC Hall of Fame, so they might do one more. He might do a one shot.
It's not. Please, it's not going to happen. And if it does happen,
I'll watch. We will.
We will.
Yeah, we'll watch.
But it's not gonna. It's not gonna happen. I don't see it happening.
I am the best in the world at what I do.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow, that was loud. And before we get to the final piece of news, Red, do you have anything you want to say before I finish? Because you know the last story I'm talking about. It's about what we just found out today. So.
Okay, so let me see what I have on the charts. I started taking notes. It's crazy, right?
I know. That's why I make sure to ask now.
Okay. Jim Cornette defends AEW against Ryan Satin. Apparently, Jim Cornette got into the whole beef because Ryan Satin was talking about there was an initiative that AEW set out about the fans saying, listen, we don't want profanity on the show.
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
Which I kind of think is hypocritical because I'm like...
all you do is curse on the show.
Yeah, but I'm like, your wrestlers do it. But on the opposite end of that is because it's tough to edit out the fans cussing rather than doing it when you're wrestlers. Because at least you know that they're going to do it or have some kind of 7-second delay to cut them out.
Don't even get me started
with
this.
But for wrestlers, it's not that easy to do.
How many times Taz said shit this week? But it's easier to cut out the wrestlers than the fans because the fans you got to go in the back and find out who did it and chop it up. It's a whole thing. So I understand that. And plus, because it's an empty arena, the echo might be a thing. So there might be a fan in the back, and you hear fuck. You know,
how was it?
Fuck.
Cornette loses once again on Cornette.
Oh, Cornette's a gem.
Cornette loses the case against the indie wrestler who was using his likeness for his shirts and stuff. He loses the case.
Whoops.
But knowing Cornette, he's not gonna give it. He's not gonna give it up. He's gonna hear about fucking how there's a loophole of how it occurred, and you know what? Fuck you. We'll get it back.
Fuck you.
Hey, my lawyer knows a way to get it back, and this is the way we're gonna do it. Stevie Pinu.
Jim Cornette pissed me off this week. I forgot what he said. He said something about I have to look back. About a certain wrestler, and I was like, "That you just don't get it, dude." I'll look it up for the next segment. But Jim Cornette pissed me off this week for something.
WWE was not happy with Renee Young releasing the fact that she had COVID.
Yeah, well.
What? This is stupid.
Well, that's why he made a new rule to tell all WWE wrestlers that they had COVID not say it.
But you know what? It makes your company more
fake.
Human if you
just say it.
If you just say it.
Why do you think JR and Tony Schiavone say, because the whole COVID, they say it on purpose because they know WWE that's like their no word.
And everybody's screaming, yeah, she's going to get AEW. If she goes to AEW, she's stupid.
Well, she explained why she asked for her release. It wasn't because she wants to go to AEW.
No.
It was because of the simple fact that once Backstage got canceled, she thought that no matter what they would give her, it's a step back.
Right.
And I think once she saw the Fox money, the Fox lights, the Fox stage, I think she said, I'm better off on ESPN or Fox.
Of course. And if she goes
Fox
to
threw her bone.
if she goes to AEW, it's a big step
She
down
even
for
said,
her.
she goes, I don't want to go to...
If she goes if she goes in as a correspondent and there's an agreement with Fox or ESPN or anybody, that works. But for a full-time gig, no. She's way better than that.
Oh, quick side note. I have to say on the show because I actually, this is the first time I heard this and I got upset. Speaking of ESPN, which by the way I think Renee Young should be on First Take. Stephen A. Smith called. This is not wrestling, but I have to say it. I have to. I'm sorry. I apologize. Stephen A. Smith called Steve Nash's hiring white privilege.
Yeah, I was not happy with that.
I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? He's one of the best basketball IQs of all time.
And Barkley shut him down about it as well.
Good. But, he came on today and said, for all the people who don't agree with me on my opinion on that, I'll say it today, I'll say it tomorrow, I'll say it next month. It's white privilege. I'm like, and Stephen A. Smith, and this is why no one fucking likes your opinion anymore. How does that have anything to do with the other?
When I heard Smith Nash to coaching Brooklyn, I didn't even think about that. I was like, that's good money right there.
I was hype, and
that's good money right there.
And Max Kellerman said, how about the fact that he has one of the best basketball IQs we've ever seen? Like, the dude's a fucking genius. And he's a nice guy. And
he and Jason Kidd are on the same level.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't say that with Jason Kidd.
Exactly.
He has no coach experience. He didn't either.
He's a fucking mark. In basketball, he's a fucking mark.
Yep.
And finally,
anything you got before I could do mine?
The Rock and his family got COVID.
I know, and he rock bottomed that shit. Prayers are to the family of the Rock's family. But he's gonna rock bottom that shit tomorrow.
He layeth the smack of down on that shit.
He spoke saying he had COVID like he beat it already. Like the
it
dude
was donezo.
The dude, you know what he's doing right now? He's laying at home eating junk food, watching Moana with his daughter.
Exactly, but it was.
Which, by the way, that's the funniest and cutest story ever.
He got it because he got it from a family gathering apparently. And,
Yikers!
Which is I get it. It happens.
But you know the funny story with him and his daughter.
Right.
The baby girl, the little baby, loves the movie Moana, and she loves the song "You're Welcome." The Rock's Maui. But she doesn't know that yet. She doesn't know that yet because she's too young to realize that.
That is her dad.
So he says on Instagram, he goes, her number one request is to always play You're Welcome on and for you to sing it, for the dad to sing it. And he's like, she does. Wait until she gets old to find out I'm the fucking actor of that fucking role.
We definitely have to do a hot tag about
The
him.
Rock? Absolutely.
Listen, because not only because of wrestling, but
outside
of wrestling.
Everything. I think he's one.
Shit, I'm like.
I'm not gonna lie. He's the one celebrity I'll go vote for president. I love The Rock.
He's the one guy that I go. You're almost Jesus.
Yeah. No, seriously.
How the fuck you do business deals with your ex-wife and make money?
He knows what it is.
She invests in him.
Yep.
And they're cool.
He's a G, boy. He's a G.
Oh my God.
He's the same guy who played the Tooth Fairy, but he's still making bank and making racks.
It's amazing. And then he'll pop up on Raw tomorrow.
Yeah,
and that should get 5 million fucking followers.
You see his new pop with the mic, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get that. But hot tag for The Rock coming soon.
Yes, sir.
And finally,
you gotta do research on that.
Yes, I got you. And we'll do it entirely on the
everything
on the Mummy.
Has to do. The Mummy Returns.
I remember I was at a sleepover at my friend's house and we're watching that. I'm like, is that The Rock? It was, why does he have long hair? And finally, the last piece of news we have here in Wrestling Rundown. It was confirmed today. And thankfully we got it before Wrestling Rundown. Vince McMahon has reportedly issued in a statement that will make a lot of their wrestlers unhappy. It has been reported that it has been issued to all the talent in the WWE that they cannot engage with outside third parties. This presumably includes platforms like Cameo and Twitch. Some wrestlers also monetize their YouTube accounts, so that may also be included on the list. YouTube as well. The story noted that McMahon followed up with a letter on Thursday saying that it was an imperative for the WWE brand to be protected in every way, and the town have 30 days to stop engaging with the third parties, or they will be fined, suspended, or even terminated. Vince McMahon said this, and I quote, in a letter sent to All Talent. Some of you are engaged with outside third parties using your name and likeness in ways that are detrimental to our company. It is imperative that these activities be terminated within the next 30 days. It was also added that these actions were necessary because WWE is in the middle of a rebuilding process, and they are about to, quote-unquote, enter the next phase of growth at WWE. So basically, guys like AJ Styles, Paige, I don't know about up, down, down, because I think that's a deal, like you said. But a lot of wrestlers use their off time to stream on Twitch and game. Even Asuka has a YouTube gaming channel.
Mm-hmm.
Red, what are your thoughts on the move, which a lot of people are calling crummy and kind of selfish?
Okay, the ones that you mentioned, they're not going to be touched.
I hope not.
They're not going to be touched. An Asuka, Xavier Woods, even Paige.
Well, Paige went on Twitter and said, nope, not turning that off.
AJ, like I said, AJ Styles. Though they're especially Asuka, Hush has been solidified for years.
Yep.
Even before she got into she had to deal with fucking Microsoft.
Yeah, she's a big gamer.
No way that
she's a very big Animal Crossing girl.
No way that they'll touch that. Excuse me. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna be split on this because if the likeness and the name is under WWE, they have a point. Yes. They you can't sell your product under their name. Got it. My whole thing is, which is for we've been saying for the longest here on the show, was you need to separate yourself from the fucking gimmick.
Yeah.
You need to start selling. Listen, look.
You have a brand and you have your own shit.
Look, WWE is gonna own whatever the fuck it is that you do under their shit. If you're Kevin Owens under their fucking umbrella, then pitch the gimmick under that. But if you want your personal shit, go under your own name and do it. They don't own their name. They don't.
Nope. Not anymore. Cody Rhodes is a pure example of that.
Yeah, they don't own your name. So, separate it. Xavier Woods, he has his whole shit under.
Vince bought Up, Down, Down years ago.
It's under that gimmick. Yeah. That's cool. But everything else outside of it, they can't own it.
Well, do you want to hear Jason JD's comment on the matter?
Uh-huh.
He said, you can't really be mad at the man. He's a businessman, and that's why they signed contracts. You're making money off something he created because no one would be watching Biggie on anything if he wasn't in WWE.
Right.
Everyone knows once you sign that in line, Vince owns you.
He's not lying. It's true.
You sign the dotted line, you know what it is.
It's true. But that's what I've been saying for the longest, which is, listen, separate yourself from the gimmick. Sell the gimmick on your fucking job.
Yeah.
And then everything individually. Oh, then nobody's agreeing. No, people will know who you are because they know fucking wrestling. Miro and Rusev are going to be two different people.
Yeah. That's a smart move by him.
Yeah, so and honestly, it sounds fucked up, but he's right. It is. Don't try to get over and make money off of what you're. Alexa Bliss is not Alexa Bliss.
No.
But you're making money off the
Lexi Northman.
Right. So you're trying to make money off of that on the. By the way, at the end of the day, the fans know who the fuck you are. They'll transfer anyway.
Someone just cried and was like, I really wanted to buy Alexa Bliss's cameo for my daughter's birthday.
Then you're a stupid idiot to pay $400 for that stupid shit.
Exactly.
Dumbass. She makes money. Why the fuck is she charging $400? And let me go to that quick before we fucking move on.
You do it.
You are so fucking selfish to fucking... And you know what? And this is probably why Vince said, what the fuck are you doing? You make 6 figures. Why are you charging so much for these fucking cameos?
Yeah.
Honestly, it makes no fucking sense.
I don't like the people who do that, but I do appreciate the guys like Big E and the ones who... Keith Lee. It's $300, but they all go to charity.
That's fine. I get that.
All proceeds go to charity.
That's fine. But even so, You could have lowered that down a little bit.
Yes, because I'm not paying $300 for even if it goes to charity. I'm not paying $300.
If you put up a number as in 300, your numbers are gonna drop down lower.
Yeah.
For 300, you'll probably get 20 people who will buy it.
Yep.
Whereas if you drop the numbers down to, let's say, 100, you'll probably get 80 people who will buy that shit.
And that'll be more money than you're gonna get from one.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Shout out to Sean Oliver because the audiobook I'm listening to.
I cannot wait to listen to the show on the track tomorrow.
He fucking really shared.
If we ever got him on the show, I would love this.
I would pee myself.
Yeah,
it's
seriously.
fucking awesome. But other than that, it's like, come on, guys. Yo, everybody be like, yo, Vince is nothing but a fucking
old man.
He's an old man, and he's nothing but a tyrant to what? No, he's right. Those are his names.
He hasn't won anything bad.
Nah, I agree with that. I'm not mad at it. So, other than that, where we at?
I'm tapping out.
All right, guys. When we come back, we're gonna have much more installed. We have Around the Square Circle. Check us out on Get Vocal for that, as well as all our social media outlets, because we're gonna be there. And that's what we do. All right, okay, guys. We'll check you out in a sec. Laters. Turnbuckle Tabloid, ladies and gentlemen, here on a Saturday doing Around the Square Circle on Get Vocal. What's going on, everybody? You're moving me around. You just blew me up.
My bad. The mic was like this.
Yeah, hello? What is it? Oh, I think it's the headphones. Wait, hold on.
Really? I do one little jump and it fucks the whole thing up?
Yeah, you blew it. Oh, hold on. I don't even know if people hear us.
I can't anymore.
There we go.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Guitar Center coming soon. I literally just tapped this shit.
Yeah, Jesus.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Around the Square Circle, ladies and gentlemen. Jada Red Santy here, of course, with my boy Olskey. Around the Square Circle, what we do and what we basically discussed this week is the week in wrestling. And boy, was there a lot of shit going on leading up to big events and coming out of big events. So,
yep, absolutely. We have All Out this weekend. By the time this episode comes out, it'll already be done. We have Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, AEW, NXT, the usual to talk about. But I do want to give a quick shout out to a few things before we start, and we have AEW All Out predictions to go through before we start this up. Everyone on Get Vocal, I hope you guys could join in and get in the conversation, because I want to know what you guys think. It's important about the AEW predictions, but before we do predictions, I want to give a shout out to Red because he suggested a book last week called Kayfabe, stories you don't hear from, you aren't supposed to hear, whatever it is. Finally found out how to download the audiobook, and it is absolutely outstanding. Like I said, I've only listened to an hour of it so far, maybe even less, but amazing stories, and it actually shows you how grimy the business can truly be. Thanks, Buff Bagwell, you dickhead, but I'm listening to that right now, and I'm in love with it. So I'll give you more updates as we go by. I'm only like into the intro, so I can't go super far into it. But I suggest anyone who loves the wrestling business like we do to definitely check that out. Red, what are you listening to? You listen to any update on the new book of Sean Oliver?
Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Oh, now I can't even hear myself do it. Am I here? Oh, there I go. Yeah. For Sean Oliver's other book, it's more of a business sense kind of book. Here we go. Yeah, it's more of a business type of book. It's basically a general sense of how is it that you as a creative. What the hell is going on now? Here we go. Wait, hold on. No. Damn it. Hold on. We'll get it in. We'll get it in post.
I can't.
Right. There we go. Okay. Sean Oliver's book. The second one is basically about the business aspect, the blood, your passion, how to read situations, what it is you can use for branding and such. I am in love with that book. I generally am.
Are you finding it more better than the other one?
No, they're pretty much the same, but I go with the sense to where that this one was more about touching base on how we could help get this show bigger.
Right. Well, which we had a discussion already on a few things that are in production, but
Right.
it's all about branding. It's all about going out there and promoting. And I think Sean Oliver, after what he's been through with all this bullshit, he could definitely give a good hint or two at how to go the right direction.
Yeah, I would love to get him on the show. Would love to see if we can get
I
him
think
on
it's possible. If we play our cards right, I think we can get it done. No questions asked. So besides that, anything with Jim Cornette? Because
Corny to you and me.
Because you listen to the whole thing, so I mean, I only listen to the clips of reviewing shit, and once again, he's a hater, but I think he's getting. I'm starting to understand his AEW review of this past week. So what do you get out of Jim Cornette this week?
That Brian Last loves Sonny Kiss's ass.
Ooh, nice.
His co-host
pretty hot.
is a big fan of Sonny Kiss's ass.
Nice. Last, I didn't know you went that way, but it's all right. Very happy for you over here at Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Other than that, I really didn't. There wasn't really much on the radar.
Did he go off on anything?
No, not really, except for Trump as always. But other than that, no. Corny's being corny. You know how it is with him.
Any other podcasts? Because
No.
I really haven't listened to any podcasts.
Renee Young was on a podcast. I forgot the name of it. Sorry about that, guys. But she was on a podcast recently discussing her departure and basically saying that WWE was really upset about her telling people she had COVID.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
so she basically explained. She says, "Hey, look, it wasn't like I wanted to do it to be pretty much downgrading the company. It was just that I would just want to let people know, listen, I have it, and this is why you haven't seen me. And if you've been in contact with me or whatever, get yourself checked out. That's all it was."
Right.
But,
that reminds me of the episode of The Office where Michael Scott thinks he has herpes. So he goes down the list of all the girls he used to fuck with, and calls them.
Right.
And it's like, I have herpes. You gotta to let everyone know that people you've been in contact with. I had COVID.
So that's what she basically was doing.
Which is the professional thing to do.
Yeah.
If I had COVID, I would automatically call you guys and be like, yo, just get yourself checked out. That's just like it's common courtesy. So I guess Vince doesn't believe in common courtesy, I guess. Whatever.
Other than that, everything else was pretty slow when it came to Around the Square Circle this week when it came to the reviews of what was wrestling related. So, yeah.
All right, well, let's move on swiftly to AEW All Out predictions. Yes, you will probably be listening to this after the show, but
we don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
So fuck off. The first
fuck off.
First match of the night is the 21-man Casino Battle Royal, which the winner guarantees a future AEW World Championship match. So a few of the contestants already announced: Darby Allin, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Eddie Kingston's crew, Billy Gunn and his son, Jake Hager, and best friends. So I'm gonna go with. Based on the list, I'm gonna go with Lance Archer, but I think Rusev's gonna come out and win the whole thing.
I said the same thing. I think Miro's gonna come out.
I think it's.
Although there was
gonna
also
happen.
discussion that Chris Hero comes out as well.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with either one. That would be a great pickup too. So your official lock-in pick is.
I'm going with the 21. Whoever's 21.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Miro.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Miro. Oh, next we have Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in a Broken Rules match. Do I know the stipulation? No. Do I care? No. I'm going to go with Sammy Guevara gets put over here by Matt. Matt's doing the job here.
Okay, so...
helping my young man out.
I go the same way.
Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks. A match you could see on AEW Dynamite any day of the week, but it's on pay-per-view.
Yay!
I have the Jurassic Express winning by Adam Page fucking them over. or something like that. They're gonna get like, they're gonna have confusion. Something's gonna go wrong for the Young Bucks tonight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Jurassic Express.
I will go Jurassic Express as well, but they're also teasing heel.
Yeah, they are getting a little heel over here.
So, matter of fact, yeah, I see that. Yeah, Jurassic Express wins, but by
a roll up or some stupid shit.
By roll up, and the Young Bucks are not happy about it.
And they throw a temper tantrum.
Yes. So
up next we have the Dark Order versus Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, Dustin Rhodes, and QT Marshall. I have the Dark Order winning this one here. Brody Lee got a couple of wins with that TNT Championship under his belt. He got to get some credibility here. So I'm gonna go Dark Order.
I go the same way as well.
Up next we have the AEW Tag Team Championship match between Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus FTR. Do we see new tag champs? I say yes, and this is the official breakup of Kenny and Hangman. If it's not, it's just going to be them upset, and we'll see you next week. But FTR, your new tag champs.
Hangman walks out of the match.
And leaves Kenny alone.
Yep.
I agree with that as well. AEW Women's Championship matches. We have Hikaru Shida versus Thunder Rosa. I think Thunder Rosa is the new AEW Women's Champion.
I will say Shida retains.
We have Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy in the Mimosa Mayhem match. This is going to be a train wreck. I'm going to go with Jericho. Because if Jericho loses again to Orange Cassidy, I don't know what the fuck is going to... I don't know. But we all know Orange Cassidy's going to win this.
Yes. Cassidy wins.
Cassidy wins here.
And it's shit.
It's going to be a really bad match.
It's going to be shit.
Dr. Britt Baker versus Big Swole in a tooth and nail cinematic match. Tony Khan confirmed it is cinematic.
Do we really have to pick somebody here? Okay.
Britt Baker with the win.
Britt Baker with the win.
And finally, we have the AEW World Championship match. We have Jon Moxley versus MJF with Wardlow.
Oh.
I say Jon Moxley retains here, but MJF wins the belt soon. But I think Moxley gets the win here. By submission. Because remember, the Paradigm Shift is banned.
Moxley wins. What the hell just happened now? Oh, sorry. Moxley wins, but I think it's because something fucks up where Wardlow does something he's not supposed to do.
Like he gets hit with the ring. He hits him with the ring on accident or some stupid shit like that. Stupid shit like that. All right, so those are the predictions for AEW All Out. Is anyone on Get Vocal with us?
No, not yet.
Hi, everyone. Let's get on to Raw real quick. Monday Night Raw was a fun show this week. I know me and Red watched it together this Monday, and let's just talk about it. So basically, Randy Orton comes out saying he's pissed off that he lost, but he took Drew McIntyre out of commission. And that he has a match later to become #1 contender. Keith Lee, of course, interrupts and reminds Randy Orton that he beat him at Payback. A quick banter here and there. Then Dolph Ziggler comes out of nowhere and attacks Keith Lee to have their matchup, and Keith Lee defeats Dolph Ziggler via pinfall. Are you happy to see the Spirit Bomb stay?
Yes.
Because a lot of people were scared the Spirit Bomb would have been donezo.
Apparently, wasn't it? It was told that he actually stole the move from Jeff Cobb.
Oh, what? Please. Jeff Cobb, once again, Jeff Cobb being a dick. Is this what it is? Keith Lee wins via pinfall to qualify for the triple threat match later on in the night. Randy Orton qualified for the main event after he defeated Kevin Owens in a very quick match after being ambushed by Aleister Black. Are you enjoying the Aleister Black and Kevin Owens build up for this feud?
Yes, it works perfectly for the both of them, and they need it.
Yep. So Randy Orton qualifies there, and then Seth Rollins was supposed to face Rey Mysterio on Raw this week, but Rey Mysterio tore his triceps. He'll be out for quite some time, so they filled it in. Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio. And Seth Rollins defeated Dominic Mysterio via pinfall after a stomp for good measure. After he hit a splash. Which, by the way, the one thing I hate about Jim... I just reminded myself what Jim Cornette pissed me off about this week.
Right.
He hates the fact that Seth Rollins does the superplex into the Falcon Arrow. Because he said that he should be selling the superplex that he's hurt and not just get right back up for the Falcon Arrow.
Okay.
What do you think about that? He goes, how are you going to tell me he's going to do a superplex and he gets right back up for the fucking, what do you call it, the Falcon Arrow?
The fucking arrow?
Yeah, he was the Falcon. He was like, regardless of who takes the superplex, you both act hurt. That's the gimmick. What do you think?
The fucking arrow.
What do you think? Do you agree with his notion that he should be Rollins should be selling that superplex a little bit more?
Yeah, it goes into the argument once again. Is it a finisher though?
No, that's just his signature. That's just one of his highlighted moves. So, but the argument here is that he should every single person who takes a superplex should be hurt on both sides.
Right.
I don't think so.
No.
And to be honest, that superplex in the fucking arrow has always been money on Rollins. So fuck you. Also on Raw this week, Mickie James defeated Lana via pinfall. Cedric Alexander and the Viking Raiders defeat the Hurt Business via pinfall after once again the Hurt Business getting into Apollo Crews and Cedric Alexander's business.
Right.
The Riot Squad defeat the Iconics, and this match was important because the loser would have to break up permanently. So the Iconics are no more. What was your initial reaction to this gimmick? Because you and me just scratched our heads going, why?
They think that she's a star.
But they're going to treat Peyton like a star now. Yeah. Do you think she's a star? I don't think so.
Well, they're gonna be the Aussie New Zealand Trish Stratus because she's a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
She's a good worker.
Yeah,
she
she's
can
not
work.
bad.
She's pretty, but I don't know, man. I think they fucking missed the boat by having those two girls together. Those girls are awesome together.
I agree.
I fuck with the Iconics.
I agree. But I will say the Riot Squad looked 10 times better this week. They have matching gear. They're back on their chemistry. So I guess we're getting. Also the winner of this match would get a number one contender match for the women tag team title. So it seems like we'll be getting Riot Squad and Nia Jax and Shayna very soon.
Oh, okay.
Riddick Moss defeats Titus O'Neil in Raw Underground. I think that was a cool moment there. Titus O'Neil getting a brand new look. The Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza ended in a no contest after Retribution showed up. Which, by the way, what are your thoughts on Retribution supposedly being Raw exclusive?
That I wasn't a fan of. I'm not a fan of that. They should have let him. They should have been tearing up the shit in NXT as well. Fuck it.
I agree. But the match ended in a no contest once again. Is this bitch from The Bachelorette a thought? Like, what's her gimmick?
Pretty much, that's what it
is.
Is
she a hoe? Is that her gimmick? Because
the whole shit makes no sense because she was kissing up on the homeboy from fucking the Viking Raiders, and then all of a sudden she's coming out with Angel Garza, rubbing on his stomach, and it's like, what the hell are we doing here?
I have no idea. I don't get it. I understand they're trying to add once again, a celebrity flair or whatever the fuck you want to call it. A good story, but at the end of the day, it just makes no sense because she's being a thought. She's like fucking both of them or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the lights go on and off. Retribution comes and destroys both of them, and the woman from Retribution beat up Zelina Vega. Later on in the night, actually, Retribution went to go attack Angel Garza and the girl from The Bachelorette, and he dipped.
Yeah, he bounced.
He said, "Yo, I'm off this shit. Poon ain't worth this." And the dude dipped.
And which is going to lead to them breaking up, which is necessary because both of them need their separate runs.
Who, Andrade and Angel?
Yeah,
they
need their own runs.
I agree. They both, it was a complete cluster there. But Retribution gets the higher up.
If you're not going to give them the belts, then fucking separate them.
I agree 100%. What else happened on Raw this week? Raw Underground, real quick recap of Raw Underground. Like I said before, Titus O'Neil quickly ran through a few bodies before Riddick Moss entered for an opportunity and scored a fairly quick victory over Titus O'Neil. Also on Raw Underground, Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir, which are Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey's goons, took out Billie Kay after Peyton Royce officially turned on Billie by throwing her into the fucking Raw Underground ring.
Very weird.
I don't get it. It didn't make any sense. I guess they're trying to give us a reason as to why they broke up, and it's not working for me. But I can see Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir be the top ladies in Raw Underground easily. And finally, the two last things on Raw, we had Randy Orton stealing the triple threat win to be the number one contender for the WWE Championship. Red, I know you were very excited about Randy's wrestling in-ring IQ for this match. What do you thought? Remember because he avoided the Keith Lee rollout. Talk about that.
Just the match itself was
It was very good.
It's very and hey, listen, he made him a star.
Yeah, he did.
And he's actually blowing that man up. But also, like, the way at the end of the match where, Keith rolled out, Randy found a way to leap up, boom, make the cover. Smart. This is why the guy's been in the business for this long.
Yep, very smart.
I thought
Rollins did great with Keith Lee too. They wrangled it up very well as well.
And that's another story arc that can go.
Yep.
We'll see Rollins and Keith Lee have a short program there.
Yeah.
Good look.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And then finally on Raw Underground, we had Shelton Benjamin versus Apollo Crews, which instantly broke into chaos. Benjamin was locked into a Kimura when he threw Crews from the ring, and the rest of the Hurt Business broke out into a brawl. The night ended with the Hurt Business standing tall in the end.
You like Raw closing with
Underground?
Yeah.
No. No, but I get that they're trying to show a little bit of love to the U.S. Championship story because Drew was out that week, so they wanted to close it out with like the U.S. Championship story, which I'm okay with. Raw was pretty good. I think they're struggling with their women's division immensely without Charlotte or Becky. It's looking real thin. The fact that I'm seeing Lana versus Mickie James on Raw is just sad. Asuka came out to see who she would be facing for SummerSlam, and then a bunch of ladies came out, and I'm like, Lana, Natalya. I'm like, where's Bianca Belair? Where's fucking Zelina Vega? Where the fuck are these ladies? Like, which ended up having Mickie James face Lana, which this whole Lana and Natalya thing makes no fucking sense. I don't care if they're best friends in real life. The gimmick is stupid, and it's not working for me. Mickie James looked hot as fuck this week, though. What? She looked fucking amazing. But Mickie James gets the win. And Raw was, like I said, it was okay besides a few spots and hiccups in the women's division. So that was Raw. And let's move quickly on to AEW Dynamite this week. No, I'm not going in order because I like doing WWE, AEW, and then WWE. So you could suck beef if you don't like it. People give me comments about it. You could suck it. I really don't care. I like flip-flopping. You know what I'm saying? The flippity-floppity. So AEW Dynamite this week, as we had Santana and Ortiz defeating Best Friends. I actually thought this wasn't a bad match. I think Best Friends is did the same spot as Nick Jackson tried doing the flip on the top, and it was an epic fail again. Unfortunate, but Santana and Ortiz get the win. I think that I love Santana and Ortiz, so I'm not mad at it. And I guess this is just a build-up for their whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. AEW is just fucking weird this week. I'm sorry if I don't sound energetic right now because AEW, I'm looking up and down this card and it was just disappointing. It sucked. It was just bad. And I don't even have the right order, so now I'm just frustrated. Let's go into this. No, my notes are bad. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm finding different notes. I'm over this shit.
What was the fight? What was the match? The opening match was the
20-man tag?
The 8-man tag or some shit like that?
I don't, dude. I was like, my notes are fucked up, yo. I don't know why.
Dude did a springboard cutter, and it wasn't a finish. Fuck this company,
yo. Yeah, no, I saw that. You're right. I mean,
it's like fuck this company.
Yeah, springboard cutter should be a fucking finisher anyway.
Yeah, it was. Matter of fact, it was fucking Kazarian. He did it on I think one of the Young Bucks and shit. Fuck this company.
It was a fucking mess. It was Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks versus Private Party and
SCU.
And SCU, and the winners faced each other at All Out. That makes no sense.
Stupid fucking.
And then JR has to sell the gimmick that like it's them getting a paycheck. Oh, but Private Party's still on the card. So that match meant nothing. The only team who got shit out of luck was SCU, and guess what? They're in the fucking Battle Royal.
Yep.
So they all get a paycheck.
Whatever.
Oh my god! Like they don't focus on the small things, guys. Like really, I really think Tony Khan just like makes shit up on the go. It doesn't make any sense. Young Bucks and Jurassic Express clearly win. We already predicted their match later on. Also on AEW Dynamite this week, we had FTR and Omega and Hangman cutting a promo against each other after Hangman getting pissed off with his eyes all fucked up. See, they care about the small things about makeup. They don't care about storytelling. Like,
so we're selling the fact that he's just overly alcoholic.
yeah, no, I guess. Well, I think the story was that he's depressed that he's out of the elite or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it was, but
yikes!
It was almost as fucking hot and muggy than the weather right now. It sucked. It was just bad. So I hate to be negative. It was a really bad week of Dynamite. Really bad go-home show for your main pay-per-view. Like I said before, Santana and Ortiz defeated Best Friends. Nothing more to say there. Chris Jericho defeated Joey Janela in quick fashion. And then Orange Cassidy comes out and just pours the bubbly out. Like, what the he didn't do anything. He just took out a bottle of the bubbly and poured it on the ring. I guess insinuating that the drink don't matter. Whatever. Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, Lance Archer, Eddie Kingston, blah, 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 all brawled after promos, hyping themselves to win at All Out. The pick here is clearly going to be Miro, and it was just, please give me some energy. Please help me out here. I have no passion for this.
I was not a fan this whole
I'm dead.
This episode.
I'm dead.
There's nothing there.
I hate selling you guys a bad product, because this week it was just like so bad. I don't even know what order I'm in. I'm off right now.
No, it's terrible.
I'm off. Rosa defeats Serena Deeb in a way longer squash match. Rosa gets the win there to build up her match for All Out. Big Swole named her stipulation to fight Dr. Britt Baker, which was tooth and nail.
Tooth and nail.
Yeah, what a terrible name or whatever. I hear the trumpets outside. It's a fucking party. Someone dressed up as a pizza guy, I'm sorry. I really am. I usually give a better synopsis than this, but it's bad. And plus, I'm really hot and I'm fucking tired. And finally, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Finally, we had Moxley versus the Lawyer, which, by the way, that is the worst gear in wrestling history. That bullshit he had on. I don't know what the fuck that was. Moxley, of course, gets the quick win here as expected, but MJF turns dirty and bloodies up Moxley and his wife beater to close out the show in fashion that every other person who loses at pay-per-views does, on top. If you're on top on the show before, you're not winning the next day, and that's just simple.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that was AEW. It was a really bad week. It was so bad that I have no passion to even care. I wish I could give you guys better synopsis than this, but my voice is done, and I'm just done. I'm over it. Thankfully, NXT was a quick week this week with the 1 hour Iron Man match. There's nothing much to really talk about here. But let's go over the small things. Timothy Thatcher defeated Bronson Reed, but needed help from Austin Theory to do so. Are you a fan of Timothy Thatcher and Austin Theory maybe pairing up? I think it makes no sense. I think they both should be on their own.
I'll wait. They should be, but
fuck.
We'll see.
No, my mic on. It's in the way of my phone. So yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay with Thatcher. I love Reed, which, by the way, his new name is the Colossal Bronson Reed.
Oh.
That's his new gimmick. And every time he stomps on the stairs, it shakes like an earthquake. So that's his new gimmick. Of course, the big boy gets the fucking Godzilla shit, right? Of course.
The big back.
Thatcher wasn't looking for Theory's help, though. And Austin didn't do it to aim Tim. It was revenge from the slap Big Thick gave him last week. So I can see a triple threat coming soon there. Candice LeRae defeated Casey Catanzaro in her new, more aggressive style. What do you think about Candice's new, quote-unquote, style that everyone's talking about? I didn't see no different.
I didn't either.
She on the mic and admitted she was distracted by Tegan's video from earlier, so she invited Knox to her house to talk things over. I guess we'll see 30 minutes of fucking promo work next week on NXT at the house. Also on NXT, Tyler Breeze and Fandango wrestled in a street fight with Isaiah Swerve to face El Gato del Fantasma. And did Fantasma win that one?
Yes.
They won. I wouldn't really call it a street fight, but it was. Someone said the only difference this match had between a street fight and a regular match was them wearing jeans.
Yeah, it's always like that. Whenever you already know it's gonna go down when somebody put jeans on in a street fight. That's when you know it's gonna go down.
Actually, wrong. Red Breezango and Swerve defeated El Legado del Fantasma this week. And then finally, the whole hour Iron Man match, and it ended up being a tie between Adam Cole and Finn Balor. It was long. It was 4 commercial breaks long, maybe even more than that.
Sounds like my sex.
Exactly. And it was long, but I think it was actually a pretty good Iron Man match. Fuck! Why do I have gas?
Because you almost choked on your water before we went on.
Yeah, exactly. And it was a tie between Finn Balor and Adam Cole. They'll be facing next week in sudden death for the NXT Championship. First, we're at 2 questions. First, who do you got to win next week, and what do you thought about the Iron Man match?
Man, I really want to see Finn win.
Yeah, I want Finn to win it. I'm all for Finn.
The match was solid.
It was way better than some other Iron Man matches I've seen.
People aren't happy about the finish. I was like, guys, you gotta push it along.
I thought the finish was great. At least people wanting to see next week, and it's a cliffhanger. Which, if you don't know anything in the movie or TV business, ladies and gentlemen, that's important to do.
And I'm hoping that they have to do stuff like this because, listen, you got to move this show off the Wednesday nights, man, so we can have compelling stories again.
Yeah.
Not rush fucking championship matches every week.
Exactly. Keep me wanting more. Leave me wanting more, and I think that's what they did this week. And it was on Tuesday night this week, which I think they should do every week. The ratings were up a lot, and I think the Iron Man match really shined here. A few other matches happened during the night that were okay. The street fight wasn't anything special for me, but that Iron Man match was absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. They did a great job. Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano too. Credit for them because they put that shit over big time. And overall, it was
especially the end. That they had to go to like a sudden.
Yeah, sudden like the last 5 seconds out of nowhere, the fucking kick, the coup de grace, 1, 2, 3, and then the kick in the head. Like it was great storytelling, and I got off my seat for it. I was hype. And finally, let's talk about Friday Night SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, as it started off with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman opening the night, cutting a promo. Red, what do you thought about Paul Heyman's reasoning for why Roman Reigns is the way he is?
Oh, my goodness. That was such a great promo, man.
I had goosebumps. It was absolutely great. I mean, are we going to try to play it?
Yeah, I just want to do a quick step ahead of it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, basically, Roman was talking about how he got no credit during his leukemia.
Yeah, courtesy of WWE.
There we go.
Just when you thought I was out, he pulled me back in.
Godfather
Oh,
reference.
and please don't make fools of yourselves and embarrass yourselves pointing your accusatory fingers at me for corrupting him, because I assure you, it's him corrupting me. Let me ask you a question.
$1 million, bro.
Hell yeah. Roman looks like $1 million, boy.
Thank yous and the appreciation through all the selfish executive decisions, through life-threatening illnesses this man delivered. I'm going to tell you this one time so that you get it through your thick, unappreciative skulls.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I serve as special counsel to the tribal chief. You're raising,
I saw what you did there.
defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight champion, Roman Reigns.
By the way, there's 2 Universal Championships?
Really?
Is it? No, it's 1. He's a Universal, and Raw is the Raw Champion.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay, yeah. All right.
The WWE Championship and the Universal.
I'm a man of my word.
Different, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. The blue one is the
I did exactly what I said I was going to do at Payback. I signed the contract. I wrecked the Fiend. I wrecked the Monster, and I left as the Universal Heavyweight Champion.
Tell you, he looks
Great.
$1 million, sounds it.
All I ask is take the fucking vest off.
Take the vest and and change the music.
Yep, take the vest off for God's sakes, please. I'm begging you all. I'm begging on God to fucking take this vest off this man. That sounds gay, but like, I'm serious. Like, get him in new gear.
But other than that, great opening to SmackDown.
Great opening. You are correct, sir. Great opening, and he after that, Reigns ran into Jey Uso backstage saying he hadn't returned his calls because he'd been busy, and then told Heyman it was all right to go. Uso asked what the deal with Heyman was, only to be told everything was under control before blowing off Uso's offer to watch his back if needed. After that, we had a quick tag team match between Heavy Machinery and The Miz and John Morrison. Heavy Machinery picked up the win there. John Morrison, though, stole the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh, no!
And after we find that out, we go in the back, and Otis had magical powers and thought that that someone was gonna steal the briefcase. So just in case someone did, he switched his meats in the main briefcase and put the contract into his Money in the Bank lunchbox.
Although it's funny,
it fits fitting.
It's funny, but it's still like you said, magically. I had a feeling someone.
Yeah, I had a feeling someone was gonna steal the contract, so I switched them up.
Yeah.
I love when Morrison takes out the fucking turkey sandwich, though. That shit is jokes. On the nice whole wheat bread, looking all right. Has the Money in the Bank briefcase become an afterthought?
Yes, after you gave it to Otis, yes.
But even before that?
No, it's after you gave it to Otis.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, honestly, you always, to me, the Money in the Bank always works with somebody who's a fucking
heel.
A heel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you use that for the cheap win. I think the last time I cared about a Money in the Bank cash-in was Randy Orton in 2015 when he cashed on Daniel Bryan in SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That was the last time I cared. Everything else has been stupid. It's been like, I'm going to cash the same night. They haven't used it properly.
Right. Well, actually, I thought it was actually cool when Ambrose did it.
That was cool as well, but very few and far between lately. It's just not the same. We got a mariachi band outside. Oh my god! Hi. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. Sami Zayn was the last man standing in a confrontation with Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. Zayn comes out to the ring and claims to be the true IC champion when he was interrupted by Hardy, who was interrupted by AJ Styles. Mayhem broke out before Hardy hit the twist of fate on Styles, and Zayn hit Styles with a haluva kick and ran from the ring. I'm assuming triple threat.
I'm assuming triple threat. Who
wins that one? I think Zayn's gonna win by some cheap shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna run over the belt. Bray Wyatt hosts a new edition of Firefly Funhouse and announces that he will have a brand new friend on the Funhouse next week. It's got to be Alexa Bliss, right?
Oh, I hope so.
It's got to be Alexa Bliss. As we saw in the backstage promo between her and Alexa and Nikki Cross, she's getting more of that Bray Wyatt hair done on her. So it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. And finally, on SmackDown this week, we had two more things. We had the SmackDown, the Women's Tag Team Championship matches. We had Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeating Bayley and Sasha Banks via pinfall. And after the match, Bayley lost it. Bayley officially turns on Sasha Banks, basically kills her, writes her off TV, and they are no more. The role models are officially no more. Red, was this the right time to do this?
Yes.
I was really hoping for a WrestleMania kind of match, but we can still get that because they basically just roll off Sasha. So what's your prediction for the future of this story?
She's probably going to be written off for a couple of
months.
Weeks. Gonna probably film. Did she have to is this in a movie or some shit?
No, no idea.
I think she's in a movie or TV show or some shit like that.
No idea.
Then I would say maybe around Survivor Series.
Yeah.
She pops up
out of nowhere, and then she'll become a face. It's gonna remind me of when Shawn Michaels came back during Randy Orton's celebration, like 2007, with his cowboy hat, all serious and pissed off.
Right.
I remember watching that live. So Bayley loses it and fully goes heel here, destroying her former best friend. And finally, we had a fatal four-way between Jey Uso, Sheamus, King Corbin, and Matt Riddle, and the winner was Jey Uso, ladies and gentlemen.
The what?
By a frog splash, Jey Uso wins the match. Well, Big E, everyone's wondering, where's Big E? Sheamus attacked Big E so badly. Are you fucking kidding me? Big E was hurt in the back so badly he had to get stretchered into an ambulance from Sheamus's actions. Matt Riddle hit his new signature move, the Bro to Sleep, which is a twist on the GTS. But Jey Uso picks up the win and will be facing his cousin Roman Reigns at Clash of Champions. Red, what are your thoughts on SmackDown and Jey Uso of all people coming into this story? People are saying that they're gonna, in order to make Roman a true heel, he's
gonna beat the shit out of him,
targeting his bloodline first.
Yeah.
So that was SmackDown. Red, before we go and close this off, and who's your All-Star of the Week, your Superstar of the Week?
Oh man, please, man, I gotta give it to two guys, Adam Cole and Finn Balor.
Nice, agreed. And my pick is Bayley for truly establishing herself as a heel who she did not just do some light shit. She went hard on Sasha, and I think Bayley. Everyone thought Bayley's heel turn was going to be stupid and a waste of time, and it doesn't make sense. But I think every week it shows that I think she's better off as a heel. So Bayley's my pick.
Yeah, I've been saying it for the longest, man. And don't switch her. Keep her where she's at, man. She's doing.
I think that's exactly what they're going to do. So
yeah, she's well there. So guys, that'll wrap up Turnbuckle Tabloid. Make sure you check us out on all the social media outlets. Check us out on all the podcasting outlets, and check us out wherever you're gonna get all the stuff that you want to know and find out about for the pop culture, which is at RageWorks.net, at RageWorks.net, guys.
Yeah, we got AEW to watch, guys. We're all out.
Yeah, so
tuning in.
Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the weekend and enjoy your week, and you stay classy, San Diego. No, I can't say that. Take a bump, as always. Take a bump. Later, guys.
Full house.
It's Turnbuckle Tabloid with Jay Santee and that other guy, Matt.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
3, 2, 1.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.